Hey. All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the 13th annual Golden Horn Awards. Yes. We're coming to you live from Nightmare Video. You can't really see the sign, but take our word for it.
There is a sign.
It is. Unfortunately, there are very few, of course, video stores left, right, in the country.
Yeah.
I think there are a couple, but this is the only one left where it's invite only.
Right.
So the only way you can
I was
actually shop here.
I was lucky enough to get the invite.
You have to it's kind of like the eyes wide shut of the video store world. But yeah, thank you for joining us, whether it be right now live with us or if you see it later on syndication, late at night on the replay. So I know a lot of you out there are working, or maybe you work overnight, or you have much better things to do, which is completely understandable. But whether you see us live or later, we appreciate you being here. I want to I've been eager to do this. Welcome back, my co-host, my better-looking half, Lucio Finci. Welcome back to the Hornets.
Thank you.
AKA the Hornets.
Very happy to be back. I was really fortunate to be able to miss last year and everything. And,
Well, it's a 3-hour drive now. For the record,
yes.
guys. We moved 3 hours away from this guy,
Right.
which is difficult enough. But thank you.
Yeah, on top of other stuff and everything. But, I was here in spirit
You were.
and chat
Last
year.
year, he almost made me choke up right before I went on. He sent me a picture. He ended up getting dressed up.
Yeah,
and
I
watched
wore
at
the
home.
suit and everything.
And so he sent me
well, I'm not there. I'm
so
still
there.
there.
And I wasn't expecting that. So as usual, you tug on my heart. Behind the
Amongst
board,
other things.
you tug on everything. Behind the board, don't knock over the light. We got, as we always say, if you guys could only see what was going on behind the scenes here. My much better half, Shelly, will be running the board, so please comment. She'll be running the board. She also has cue cards, so if you see our eyes divert different ways, we're reading the cue cards for all the nominees. But yeah, so please, everyone who is live here with us, again, thank you, but please get involved. Again, she's running the board. We will see your comments.
The chat.
So chat it up, please. Give us your opinions. Give us some of your favorites of the year.
Yeah.
Interaction
is always fun.
Yes.
That's the fun thing about doing it live and everything.
Yeah, that's the whole point of doing this live, is to interact with you guys.
Yeah.
All right, you want to hear who's here?
Absolutely. Let's do
Yeah.
an early roll call here.
We got 17 people, but I think 2 of them are me. So,
Am I included as one? The person who's like.
no, I think the person
Okay.
running
so,
it isn't.
give
So
or
we
take
got
a few people.
Beyond the Realm says, "Yo, my boy."
Jason.
Yep.
Love you,
up,
brother.
dude?
Miss you so
Jonathan
much.
Wilhelm, Charles.
John, what's up, man?
Irish Mad Dog 1987, Charles Finchy. He called you out. Maria's here.
Yeah.
Gore Father's Wicked and Weird
Phil.
Horror Show. Charles
What's up, dude?
guys.
Phil, what's up?
Dee Dee Johnson.
Dee Dee, what's up? Thanks for coming.
We in the house, she said. Casey Robertson.
Casey.
Hell yeah, guys. So,
All right, so we got a good crew so
we're
far.
doing.
Please, like to say, hey, my name is this. I'm here. It's like
Yeah.
school. Let us know you're here. Again, get involved. Go get yourself a drink. No matter what you drink, whether it's non-alcoholic,
Yep.
water,
Soda.
whatever you want, cold pop, anything. Please.
One of the high energy lemonade.
Yes.
If it's a
The death
if
lemonade.
it's a questionable
Safely.
energy drink, Shelly, just be careful when you are shaking this a little bit.
I'm
What shakes the
watching.
camera. Well, I'm just saying. You should probably. Oh, you're doing this. There's so much going on. We
Don't
got a big
worry
board.
about it.
We got
I'll
a
worry
small
about
board.
what's
All right.
behind the camera.
I'm sorry. I'm so much
All right.
sensory overload.
There's a few more people that just
Sure.
joined. I'm going to shout them out. We
Ashton
got
Lily.
Moods.
Move, my boy.
Moods, yo dudes.
Love you, brother.
El Gato. Mike Anavello.
Mike
What's
Anavello,
up?
what's up, man? How you
Everyone
doing?
is art. Did I say Kid Ragnarok?
No, I
No,
don't
No,
think
Kid
so.
Ragnarok.
What's up, man?
And the Chowitzer. Beers for Fears.
Nice.
All right, we got
I
some
always
people.
kind of make the assumption that it's more of a hopeful thing, and that there are new people that watch
Right,
this
yeah.
each year. Again, it's more of a wishful thinking, but it's true. I So if you are new to this, I've been doing this for 13 years. It really, the point of this really derives from a place of anger, which a lot of great art comes from, right? I don't know if we call this art, but anyway. and it, you know, it came from just frustration and me just being sick of constantly hearing very caustic and acerbic sentiments of, you know, modern horror stinks. I always say the phrase that I always use is they don't make great horror films anymore. I'm sick of hearing that, and I just find try to do something about it, my little part. But hey, you know, I can at least say this. I mean, not a lot of people don't watch, and I don't get paid for this, but I appreciate every one of you who does. Some of you I know have been watching since the very beginning. But the point is, I can at least proudly say that this is, if there was a crowd here, I would expect a big cheer. This is the longest running annual Horror and Award show out there ever. If you have proof otherwise, please let me know, but I'm pretty confident when I say that. As far as video. I mean, I know magazines, like Rumor Magazine, Fangoria, they would do their yearly,
I mean, everybody does has their, like, oh, it's,
but as far as an annual
like
video show
like this
that's as in-depth, and, you know, I can confidently say and proudly say that this is the longest running one. And again, I don't plan on, as long as you guys keep watching, I'll just keep doing this and try to wave that flag. My point is, my opinion, of course, I mean, this is redundant or rhetorical to say, but I just want to say my opinion isn't any better than anyone else. But I just want these, at least watch them, give them a shot, because there's so much to support, so much to at least give a shot, to give your own opinion on. And we just want to convey our passion towards these films. And please, again, throughout the night, give us your opinions. Let us know what you love this year. Please get involved. And again, Shelly will be running, so she'll cut in here and there, give comments. If you are new to this, thank you so much. I hope you come back next year. And we kind of play it like an Academy Awards. We have Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Cinematography. We cover it all. It's very extensive, and I'm proud of that. So let's get, there's a couple other housekeeping things I want to get through. I got a little cheat sheet just to remember. Let's see. So this is a fairly big announcement. We like to, I think, Shelley's doing a little bit of adjusting.
I need to adjust a little.
Just
keep
little
going.
fine tuning.
Keep going.
You guys hear us okay? If there's any like technical things you guys can shout at us that we need to do, we'll address it. After party, we do an after party every year. That's really for the diehards because it's usually late. Some of you are foreign friends, are different time zones.
What was one of our longest?
Oh man, we've had some doozies.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the after party, you are all, of course, welcome to join us. It'll be a separate. We'll stop this, take a break, and then we it's a little more off the cuff.
Yeah.
And so yeah, if it's not like 7 hours difference, I know Phil, I think it's very late. It's either very late or early. I think it's very late where you are, but we appreciate that. But yeah, after party, I want to say a major thing. We are gonna change things up a bit because I think when you're doing anything like this, it's a moving target. You want to evolve and try to make things better or different. Mm-hmm. So we usually start the show off with our favorite, like physical. We're big physical media fans. Hence the video store here. So we usually do like our favorite release of the year, or company of the year, artwork, stuff like that. We usually begin with that. But this year we're going to move it to the after party. So a little bit incentive, right?
For sure.
Try to put the piece of cheese and try to get the mice to follow us to the after party. So that's going to be a little different. So we'll begin our after party with a few awards that we would normally.
Yeah, we kind of get more into like the meat and potatoes of stuff right away.
And then after right?
After party is more fun.
And then quickly, I just want to say the process of how I'll do that after our regular kind of how we start this. Again, thank you so much all for coming. Welcome to the 13th annual Golden Horn Awards. My wonderful daughter, Hope, is on her way right now. It's a bad snowstorm out right now. So she's literally in the process. So she, hopefully very soon, will be here, and we'll mention her, of course. Great up and coming filmmaker in the horror genre. Very proud of that. Okay, so let's get to my favorite. I'm gonna call it segment. My favorite moment of this awards is this, and of course the Best Picture announcement. But this is and that is for you out there who have watched this more than once. It's a segment we added a few years back. It's called "Who Are We Wearing?"
Who are you?
Because you have to be wondering, like, where did we? Yeah, this is for the fashion.
Style aficionados.
I don't think people realize how immersed I am in the fashion world, right? I'm
sure it clearly shows too.
I would think so. You know,
you're a fashion icon.
Fashionista. So yeah, it's the big question. Like, what are they wearing?
Yeah, I
Who
mean,
made
this,
those?
this is a red carpet event.
Exactly. Yeah, if you guys only knew what
Someone did say you were looking like you just came out of the movies.
the movies. Were. I
Yeah.
don't know what that means.
Like you're well dressed.
Oh, okay. I didn't know how to take that.
Thank God.
Well, normally we do suits, but again, I say I want to like change it up.
Yeah.
So I messaged him. I said, well, how about we do like nice sweaters this year? So we
Yeah.
usually do suits or jackets or
A nice, a
blazers.
little more comfortable, casual,
Comfortable, but
still,
still-
classy.
Still sexy.
Yeah.
So anyway, so Finchy, his name's Jay. Actually. Who are you wearing?
Wow. It's unexpected.
Inquiring minds want to know. Just so you guys know, that these designers send us this for free. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Sponsored.
We appreciate that.
Sponsorships.
So who are you
Um,
wearing?
Currently, I am wearing St. John's Bay.
Oh,
Oh,
an old school,
Changed from-
middle class
I
classic.
believe I think I want to say it's Sterling I had for
Sterling.
like 2 years
Oh,
in a row.
You're a huge fan of Sterling. I know
But,
your
like-
feelings on Sterling.
I got a few other offers from a few other
Hey.
company, and
Times-
I was
times
like,
are
you know
tough.
what, you got to change it up again. You got to change it up a little bit. So,
I got no qualms.
and
with
they've
St.
been
John's
treating
Bay,
me
man.
real
They
well.
look good.
So,
Elgato said, sharply dressed this year, gentlemen.
thank you.
So,
Duh.
compliments.
So, likewise, who
I
are
just
you?
want to
Who
go
are
back.
you
I just want to
wearing?
go to St. John's Bay. I mean that's like the middle class special. Like I mean that as a compliment. Like St. John's Bay are there for you when you're not, an affluent person living in the hills.
They've been fully supportive through
Good,
this whole.
good. I just want to give
ordeal.
credit for St. John. I think that's their first time on the Hornies. Am I right?
It definitely is.
That's sad. That's terrible. Okay.
Sorry
So what
it
did you
took
ask
us
me? I'm
so
sorry.
long.
What did you ask?
So
me?
now, who are you wearing?
I am wearing Goodfellow. Not
Right.
only
Goodfellow.
not only the sweater, but they were like, well, you gotta have a shirt too. The shirt too.
So you got the matching.
And the
matching.
pants.
Yeah.
Pants too.
Pants are good for
And
all.
just so you guys know,
Mhm.
in case if you're not on social media, we did a little teaser when we arrived off the plane and had some nice shoes.
You got some
And
beautiful shoes.
Shelly, of course, as always, questions anything I do, and says, "Why are you wearing the shoes down here?" And I'm like, "Because it just feels it's the upright."
It feels right. It just makes you feel right.
I
It
can't-
completes the, regardless of anyone can see it or not, it completes the outfit.
I'm not limber enough to show you the shoe, but take my word for it.
Irish Mad Dog dressed up too.
Oh,
see,
nice.
That's what
Wait.
a few years ago.
So who is he wearing?
Yes.
Oh!
there you go.
Can we
Thank
ask
you.
who you're wearing?
Yes, please look at the tag.
Who are all of you wearing? But Irish Mad Dog especially, since you got dressed up for the occasion.
I'm gonna get real sexy and say, "What are you wearing?"
What are you
if,
wearing?
if you're wearing anything.
Joker NYC said, "Hi brothers, just made it.
Welcome.
Just make it," but I know he meant just made it.
Yeah, Irish Mad Dog better answer that question, by the way. We want to know. But I know a couple years ago we did a contest where we had people send pictures of kind of what they were doing when we,
Right,
what are you
right.
drinking? What are
Yeah.
you wearing? How do you get up for the awards? And we had a contest and we gave the winner
Yeah.
a package. So that was
That was
we should
a lot
do
of
again
fun.
sometime. Wait, I'm sorry that I forget your name. Someone was in Australia and they sent us like a breakfast picture and they had us on the TV.
That's right.
I
Yes.
forget who
That
that
was
was. If you're
super
watching
cool.
right now, I apologize. I forget who you were, but that was awesome. So yeah,
Yeah.
we appreciate people all over the world right now watching, and we greatly appreciate that because we realized we got some weird times going on right now. Times as in time zones. Yeah, so I've rambled, but anyway, yeah, Goodfellow. I first time, so they dressed me well, I think. Goodfellow.
I think we did well.
Jonathan Wilhelm said, "Is ZZ Top playing in the background? Something about some sharp dressed dudes."
Oh,
Heyo.
Son of a bitch.
well played.
John, you got me again. John, can you do the Wilhelm scream?
It was named after him.
Okay, so
What if you didn't mute your phone? We might just well
You'll hear
get
it.
one.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll do the next thing, and then I just want to quickly tell people, like how, just quickly the process of how we, somewhat newer
Right.
process. So again, let's got to make you can't make the assumption that everyone here has already seen us because that's kind of pretentious.
Jonathan did the scream in the chat. The Wilhelm scream.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, again, thank you all. So next, we always follow up with who are we wearing with what are we drinking? All right, we always do
Again.
special. And speaking of, it would be nice to
Speaking of
some year-
sponsorships.
Speaking of not getting sponsored, Abomination Brewing We
For quite a few years in a row now.
generally usually start the awards with them.
Yeah.
Never have we ever been contacted with
Not
them,
even
by
once.
them. Not a free anything. Not everyone can be St. John's Bay. But anyway, so from our own hard-earned money,
Yes.
actually yours because you bought these. They've had this theme the last few years because basically,
Which I love.
yeah, every year sucks. But it basically says, "Hey, fuck 2023 too." It's kind of like a New
Which
Year's
one did it
beer.
start? 2020. Yeah,
It was during
fuck 2020.
pandemic. It was
And then every year was
part of
fuck
the
2021.
the Trump debauchery.
So this year, dude, these cans are
Yeah,
incredible.
check that out. Shelly, how does that look? Is it clear?
Get a little closer. Yeah. All right, that's good.
But you
You gotta show them.
you gotta show these
There
little
it is.
Yeah.
And you guys,
for
My
all you
favorites.
alien fans out there. What was it? The
Mexican
the Mexican
alien.
true
alien.
story.
Yeah, I mean, that
Yeah.
doesn't look like a real alien. I don't know what
That's
does.
adorable. Little. Well, he's
But a very, very fitting.
he's eating popcorn. Anyone eating anything right now, like a snack? I'd love to know. Maybe some
We Doritos,
Doritos.
combos.
Charleston Chew.
But yeah,
Yeah, so
very, very
2023.
fitting can for this year because
Yeah,
it was a
so-
really shitty year.
By the way, it's a 9.7 alcohol,
Triple IPA.
triple IPA.
Yep.
All right. So cheers.
Awesome.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, guys.
To the year in horror and to modern horror. That's what this is about.
Ooh,
Wait, is this a trip? You say
It's a
triple or
triple.
double? Oh, it's a triple.
that's
why-
definitely a triple.
That's why it punches you in the mouth. Cheers, everybody. What are you drinking?
Yeah.
So Shelly had to step away a bit. So hopefully Hope is
Long
okay.
hair.
Can you turn that around without like the charger's plugged in? So
Yeah.
you gotta be very careful.
Gotcha.
Sorry, we're adjusting here. This is live television. Again, my daughter's driving here in a snowstorm, so Shelly's checking on her on the phone. So right now, Vinci's trying to get the board going here so that we can see.
Can you see that?
Until Shelly gets back. Yeah, you'll have to read the comments though, Jay, because my eyes are. But yeah, good job. Easy with the camera. Easy with the camera. It's close.
Good?
All right. Yeah.
Cool.
Did that way better than I would have done. Okay, this is weird because it's like the day.
There's a delay. Yeah, I'm like,
Where are you?
where am I? Am I a ghost?
I want to make sure no one else is joining. I don't know how good your eyes. Anyone else
I can
join us?
see.
Or anything? All right. Before we finally
Cheers,
get to
guys. Bourbon whiskey.
someone's drinking whiskey.
Yeah.
Nice.
Michael Ornavello.
Annabelle, Mike, how you doing,
Old
man?
Milwaukee and pretzels. Jonathan Wilhelm. Nice.
Oh man. Ooh.
Huh.
All right.
Beautiful. And we got a cider too.
Cider, nice.
Daniel Lavington, what's up, man?
What's up, man? Welcome. Okay, and then I just want to quickly tell the process. So it used to be several years ago. I would pick all the nominees, all the winners, and then he would join me as a co-host. And he actually didn't want to know the winners, so it'd be a surprise
Yeah,
to
it was
him
a
when we
surprise
opened.
to all of us.
And then
except
after
for you.
several years, we decided let's change things up. I want to get him involved more. So I still pick the nominees because he has a life, so he can't watch every single film that I do. But so I'll do the nominations and say, hey, you gotta watch these films. And then so a few years ago, we started collaborating on picking the winners, and we kind of came up with this fun, rather laborious way of determining it. But it's become really fun, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Basically, what we do, we go by each category, and each of us writes down our top 2 picks of what we would pick as the winner.
Yeah.
And then we write it on a
We
card.
go category by category, and then we kind of talk about each one a little bit, and then we privately write like our
top
top 2 picks.
And we slam it down like a
Slam
card
it down
game,
face down, and then we reveal them at the same time.
in hopes there's a
In
match.
hopes there's a match.
And if there's a match, that becomes the winner.
Yeah.
If there's not a match, then we have some
We got
things
some,
to-
we got some
to
standing
hammer
to
out.
do.
Yeah. Or you could technically have a double match, and then you have to figure that out too, because then we have to figure
Yeah.
out. So Yeah, so so the process
And,
is,
and it really, it's a lot of fun.
it is. It's become like a thing.
We'll have a beer or two. We'll get some snacks going, and then we just really sit and
Yeah, it's a lot of
and
fun.
talk a lot of things out, and it's a lot of fun.
And this year it ended up being pretty smooth.
Yeah, it went really smooth this year.
I-
That first year was crazy.
Yeah, but anyway, that just to give you guys a little perspective on kind of like how we go about things and how that has changed.
Yeah.
Now, purposely, I told you earlier, I purposely try to be, a little clandestine during the year. I don't want to. I tell you what I like, but I don't want to give too much away.
Yeah, you don't wanna
'cause that
influence
kinda,
too
yeah,
much.
exactly.
Yeah.
That could like affect our fun
For sure.
in today. Anyway, so I've rambled. We watched this enough. We banter is very liberally dosed here in this award show. But we'll get going here. Cheers, everybody.
All right, guys.
All right. Good call, Finchy, with
Guinness.
going live and fixing things
Nice.
here.
Alex was here too.
Alex, what's up? Thank you all so much for joining. I hope you guys have a good time. Hopefully so did we ever get who Irish Mad Dog was wearing? He must not be
I
very
don't
must not
know.
be very proud with what he's wearing. I don't know. Okay, I think we're ready, right? I did all the, stay tuned for the after party for some awards, the physical media awards. We did I'm just throwing them in. Oh yeah, honorable mentions. All right. So these guys are.
Actually,
yes.
before you get to that, I will just
Yeah. let me
say
know.
real quick what AJ Punk says.
AJ, what's up, man?
Oh shit! Now it just moved. Oopsie.
Did he get like
Uh,
bumped?
Here we go. Like to give you guys a massive shout out for continuing this show for the last 13 years. I got to know so many horror films I would have never seen due to this show. Forever grateful.
That's awesome,
And
man.
that's exactly why
That's exactly why we do
we've
it.
been doing this for that long.
AJ, I know you've been definitely one of our long time, from the very beginning. We very much appreciate that. Him and I will chat, occasionally on social media. I know he's a big Livid fan. Winner
Oh,
of
yeah.
back in 2012. 2012.
Yeah.
So I know because of the awards, he became a big Livid fan. French film. So thank you, AJ. We really appreciate the support. Go Sabres. Fuck the Leafs. Yeah, so I want to do these honorable mentions.
Irish Mad Dog says Gay Y Co. Is that the brand? Gay Y Co.
I don't know.
I never heard of that. Oh.
Hey.
Is that a new design?
Yeah, I don't know. That's cool. I'm glad you got dressed up. And
Tell-
hey, no
tell 'em-
disrespect to the
yeah.
sweatpants, right?
Not at all.
Okay, so these are honorable mentions, guys. So there's so many great films every year, and I watch, honestly, close to at least 100 every year. And the sad part is, a third of those I watch a second time. So I mean, to give you some perspective. But these are all films that they have no nominations. Unfortunately, they didn't make the cut. So no nominations for these films, but I highly recommend them. I own them, so at the very least, I think they're worth owning. But at the very least, see them if you haven't
Let's
already.
check them out.
So I'll quickly just go through here. Consecration, Nun Horror by Christopher Smith, great director who's done some awesome stuff in the past, like Black Death, Severance, Creep, among other things. Candyland, that was very cool. A religious prostitution flick. Bad Things, really enjoyed that. A lot of these are on Netflix and Shudder. I really like Bad Things. It was kind of like a queer take on The Shining in some ways. It was really cool. Project Wolf Hunting, Asian film, nice and gory. Another Asian film, if I'm saying this
I
right,
don't know.
Sire,
Sire.
S-E-I-R-E. Very cool ghost film, essentially, with a young child. Piggy, a lot of you had that last year, one of those things. That's another thing I have to say, how I determine the candidates. Piggy, though, that was a cool film. Passenger, not to be confused with The Passenger, which is another film. Hypochondriac, really good. VHS 99, they're cranking those out.
Sure.
Blood Relatives was the directorial debut by, excuse me, I can't talk. We've been talking all day. So the directorial debut of Noah Sagan, great actor, love him. That was his directorial debut, and it was a very kind of almost like heartfelt father-daughter vampire road movie. That's my description
That's
of it.
super cool.
Death Knot, Renfield, Nicolas Cage as Dracula. It was fun. After She Died, low budget film. When I Consume You, another low budget film. Scare Package, #2, cool anthology. Huesera, Bone Woman. I know that ended up on a lot of best of lists. I really liked it, hence the honorable mention. But it didn't. I don't know. I guess I had really high expectations for that film, but it didn't live up to. But maybe a second watch will change things. I didn't get a chance to see it again. Pumpkin Man, great title. Low budget Halloween horror movie with a killer pumpkin man. Nocebo, Eva Green, love her. The Conference, really cool. Birth, Rebirth. I love what would you call it? Like childbirth horror. Love that subgenre. Malum, which was a remake of his own film, The Last Shift, which was strange. I don't think he did it any better, but it's still good. Pig Killer. They had Jake Busey starring that. That was the story of the true life killer. I forget his name. William Picton. He would kill prostitutes and fed them to the pigs. Up in those fucking Canadians' moods. In AJ. Actually, I think Moods told me that he lives relatively near there, of where that took place. Correct me if I'm wrong, Moods. I think he told me that.
That's really cool.
Mother May I, we talked about that earlier. Awesome film. I won't give it away because you haven't seen it. The end of it bothered me. Deadstream, fun found footage. Anthropophagus 2, Italian film. The director may or may not come up in discussion later tonight, but I don't know why I call it that. It's not an overt affiliation with the original Italian classic, but anyway, it was cool. Another Italian film, The Goldsmith, which had Stefania Cassini from Suspiria fame. Really cool to see her, adorable old woman now. Saturn Bowling was a cool, what a title. Can I do best title next year? Because we have some other ones.
I mean,
right?
honestly,
Would you guys be, we're always like, wanting, new categories, but I don't want them to be like silly. I guess that would be considered silly. Although we have a Hottest Babe for Christ's sake.
That could be on the after show.
Yeah, maybe. So what would you think about best title anyway? Saturn Bowling is pretty cool. Another good title, Satanic Hispanics. I don't know any of those. You know Satanic Hispanic?
I don't believe I've met one. No.
Eduardo Sanchez, the great director, produced that.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. It was like 3 or 4 different directors. Anthology. And lastly, Slaughterhouse, which was about a killer sloth. And it had an actual puppet, which was really cool. That was
adorable.
Yeah, adorable. He was adorable. All sloths are adorable. So okay, and quickly, yes, give us an update on the board.
Couple of things. I'll run through a few ones real quick. We got Schneewitchen. I'm sorry for bad pronunciation. We've been following each other on IG forever, but my first award show. So welcome.
Awesome, welcome. What's your name, if you don't mind, your actual
drop that handle.
If you feel like revealing your name.
Bad Things was good. Favorite metal albums is a thing. Mood says he used to pass his farm a lot when it was actually happening.
Wow,
that's crazy.
That's awesome, man. Well, not really. It's not awesome that it was happening. Wild. It was awesome that you were passing it. Yeah, that's nuts.
That is wild, dude.
Yeah, it's really crazy. Make sure you speak up.
Addy Pusera. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
That's the.
Okay. Yes. I'm familiar. Absolutely. If I remember correctly, she has fantastic taste in film.
Fantastic.
But thank you so much for coming by. Appreciate it. Welcome. All right, so I just want to quickly say what determines, because there's going to be a film and someone's going to say, Tom, I streamed that last year, dude.
Yeah. This is a very important criteria.
Criteria, and it's basically for it to be eligible for my awards, it has to have at least been available on physical media this year, or whatever respective year, or have gotten a theatrical release, and not necessarily a large theatrical release. It could be a limited run, but not just like a one-off festival, like it played Sundance,
Right. Yeah.
It had to be something that I at least, and I don't live in a big city, had the opportunity to go see in a theater. So if it just streamed, I don't count it. There are, of course, plenty of streaming films. And I will say, too, with the physical media, I have had to stretch a little bit. That includes bootlegs. But the funny thing is, there are a lot of, legit, good bootleg retailers out there, basically.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
Right.
So when I say bootleg, I didn't have you burn it for me so that it could be eligible for, these are, legit, nice. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, that someday I might have to cave and finally change it to include, but very rarely does an issue come up in that way where like maybe someone's best picture ended up not being on mine until the following year. It hasn't really
Right.
caused
Yeah.
any major issues. So,
I think it's been pretty well. every
and
year.
part of that is
Worked out.
thank you to like physical media, obviously still being very strong. So it hasn't really, and theatrical horror becoming a lot more people are showing indie stuff,
Which is
in a theater,
awesome.
which is
I-
great. Yeah,
I
so
love how
I
that's
may
been
never
going
have
the
to
past
change
couple
my
years.
criteria. Yeah. So anyway, so that's in case you're yelling at me like, dude, I streamed that last year. This award show sucked. All right. It may, but not because of that. Not for that reason. All right, we're gonna kick things off. Normally we would be doing artwork with physical media, but that's saving that for the. Oh yeah, you're gonna have to take over. You're doing double duty here, man.
Yeah.
Live TV. I hope it's okay. I hope it gets here soon safely. All right, we may have an update
Oh,
here.
she hasn't made it yet or something. I don't know.
Everything okay?
It doesn't. Oh, there you
Yeah, it almost wasn't. I had to go rescue Hope, so she's here now though.
Oh, she's here.
Yeah.
Car's okay. She's alive.
Yep.
I reversed that. She's alive. Car's okay.
Yeah.
That's great that everyone got to hear me. I don't know what she's doing.
Accept or deny popped
Oh,
up on your
okay.
screen.
Anyway, Jay's been running
go.
double
Yeah, I
duty
just turned
lately.
it on.
Okay,
Just
good.
looked it up.
No.
Okay.
You're
Yeah.
cool. You're good.
Yeah. Okay. So let's. Sorry
All
guys,
right.
live TV.
Yeah.
My daughter's okay. It's all that matters. We're gonna start with cinematography. We love this. We are. I say, I have to, for people who haven't seen one yet. Mario Bava is my favorite director of all time. He comes from being a cinematographer, so that's why his films look great. So, and I know you appreciate this. So we're big on how a film looks, and I think I have to say it seems like, especially when you look at like a list like that, just this year
For sure.
in general,
Yeah.
so many great looking films.
Yeah.
I almost feel like filmmakers now in this generation, I know Hope is because I've taught her that as far as like the importance of it. But I feel like these younger up and coming filmmakers realize that the look of a film is very important, regardless of
Right.
budget. That cinematography matters, the style matters.
Absolutely.
And-
I think especially like in this day and age or whatever you want to call it, with how much art and things like that, like artists
yeah,
have really expanded their media style and
Yeah.
things like that. Like
Yeah.
that's transferred a lot
Absolutely.
into film and everything.
which is good, right? Like
And,
that's
yeah.
like, and especially if you have budget constraints, like
Yeah.
maybe the acting is suffering a little bit and your budget's not, but you can make
But
a
you can
film
do-
if you have an eye.
Yeah.
You can at the very least make the film look great, like
If
that.
you can make a film look
Yeah.
great,
That's-
it goes a long
It goes a
way.
long way, exactly. Other things can be forgiven if I'm like visually
Yeah.
pleased. Anyway, so here we go. You can see enough jerking off the category here. So your nominees, here we are. We're officially kicking off. Finally, how many? 2 hours into the award show, we're starting the awards. Your nominees for best cinematography are Lita.
Fifth thoracic vertebra.
What did you just say?
Vertebrae.
Say that again. Say that again.
Fifth thoracic vertebrae.
That's a real movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
You didn't just make that up. Skinamarink.
I'm gonna say it right.
You got it.
Ennis, Maine.
Nice. Cornish. Charged our Cornish.
To the Cornish fans out there.
Kids versus Aliens. Some great titles here, right?
Great titles. And finally, A Wounded Fawn.
All right. There we go. Here, you kick it off. Welcome back, my
All right.
man.
Wow.
Get
Thank
this
you.
going.
Thank you.
First award. Pop the cherry.
All right. First award.
I want cherry juice. All over my face.
Ew.
Sorry, everybody.
There's children watching.
All right. For cinematography, the horny goes to A Wounded Fawn.
Wounded Fawn. Wow. 1 for 1.
Beautiful way to kick off the show.
Something tells me there may be more from that film.
I
Spoiler.
got a little feeling.
Jonathan Wilhelm picked Kids versus Aliens.
Nice.
AJ Punk, Skinamarink is next up for me. Been saving it, so he hasn't seen it.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Wow.
AJ with a fucking truth blast right as the awards start. Wow, AJ. I really do. AJ, I'd love to fucking go to a hockey game with you, man. Like Leafs Sabres.
They're watching the Leafs right now. Him
AJ,
and
yeah.
Moods.
Oh,
They're-
so
they got
cliche.
that on
Like
the
double
TV.
screening.
So cliche.
So they said. in the
Actually, yeah,
chat.
Moods, like clue you in that. Let's go to a fucking game sometime, man. I say this every year. I invite Moods
Nice.
to this. I would, because the man travels a lot. I don't know if you know this. The dude's loaded. Him and his lovely wife are loaded. I don't know that, but based on his
Just assume that
based on
because they travel.
his sex appeal, his collection, his traveling, I'm gonna go out on and say Moose is fucking loaded. He's got a fat pocket. But anyway, in saying that, you're welcome to come visit anytime, and we'd love to have you.
Dude, that'd be
We'd have to
awesome.
stretch out,
That would-
go panoramic view, but anyway.
Need a bigger love seat.
All right, next up, the score. Welcome everybody if you're coming late.
There's
And
30
again-
people here.
How many?
30.
Hey, we're almost sold
Nice.
out. What's the capacity here? 35. The fire department calling us. All right, another thing.
Another thing very close to us.
His modesty is a well-traveled thing in his life. So he's not gonna. He's a musician. He's been my muse my whole musical career, and so we care about the score very much.
Very much.
We're in bands together. We've been in bands together. So score is huge, obviously, and it
He
kind of
scored Hope's movie.
yeah. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want anyone to know that he's
come
talented and creative. Yeah, if you've seen my daughter's films, which we usually plug, she has one, by the way. She's working on rehearsals right now for her next one. But yeah, so he scored those. But anyway, yeah, it's just
Which was a blast.
Score coincides with cinematography, right? It
For
helps
sure.
create that
It's such a
atmosphere.
mood.
Yeah. And so yeah, obviously score is huge. And this year, man, not only nominees, but we talked about ones we didn't get to nominate.
That's true.
That's why it's a nomination, right? We can't nominate everybody. You can't have 30 nominations. It like takes away the quality of it.
I mean, this would be a 10-hour award
It's
show.
going
if
to
we
be
did.
anyway. So your first nominee for best score / soundtrack, Skinamarink. There's another one.
Twice again. Hellhole.
What a name. You visited there.
I've definitely been there before. Actually, I kind of still live there.
You reside
I
in
moved-
the
I
hellhole.
moved
You
in.
moved into the hellhole. The Mistress.
The Elderly.
I swear it's like we're making these. Megalomaniac. That was my nickname in high school before I dropped out.
This was mine. Holy Spider. Holy Spider.
All right. I think there's probably, if not from the people watching live, assuming anyone watches later on the syndication, there's either some really happy people with the fact that Skinamarink has already 2 nominations,
In the
or
first
some very
2.
angry people.
Yeah.
Because unless you lived under a rock, that was definitely the most divisive. Every year there's usually
there's
at least
always one.
and that's clearly you kind of see where we're going with that. That we okay. So and the horny goes to for best score / soundtrack.
Wait, I'm in here.
Hey, it's Hope, everybody. My
Hey.
beautiful, talented
From
daughter. She's
Maryland.
alive, everybody. She's alive.
I heard you ask about the car before me.
I apologize immediately. I corrected myself.
Here, here, here.
I know how much you love that car. That's why I
I do
said
love
it.
that car. His name is Junior.
She named it.
Nice.
The horny goes to for best score. The Elderly. Spanish horror, and I have to say, Spanish horror never disappoints. Like any era, modern, old, like Spanish horror.
They've been
is just
consistent on the
consistent,
show.
probably the most
Also.
consistent region in the genre. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go as far as to say that.
Absolutely.
Like I mean, off the top of my head, I can't think of a Spanish film like horror film that I straight up dislike. I can't think of one.
Is there anything you want to say about the score
Yeah, so I would
itself,
say
or-
style-wise, if you're unfamiliar, definitely want more of one of those like string swells, right?
Is the peppercini still coming out?
No, dude, my throat is really dry. Yeah, more like that swell of strings.
Yeah.
That kind of, I guess I would consider that more of a
Kind of like cinematic.
cinematic,
strings
classic.
and
Yeah.
pads.
But anyway, fantastic.
But very, very tension building. Very.
I say traditional
moody,
score,
yeah.
right? It's a
Yeah.
traditional horror score, but very well done. And
Yeah.
we love our strings. We love our swells.
Yeah, absolutely.
I eat it up like butter, like butter, like bacon with 3 sticks of butter. Right?
Is there anything else you wanted to
Um,
mention? or-
no, I don't think. Yeah, I don't want to get too much on the score. Obviously we feel they're all great scores. Yeah, I don't. Cause it's one of those. Yeah, it's one of the things you don't want to talk too much about them when you know there's more coming
Yeah.
of a set film.
Sure.
But anyway, obviously, we can at least say this for you, Spotify. fans. Several of these are available on there. We were listening to
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
We were listening to them while
Which
we
is
were in
also
our
a thing that we do
deliberations.
every time
Yes.
when we're
Deliberate.
choosing.
I'd
when
say
we're choosing-
deliberation.
Yeah.
It sounds really like
Professional.
yeah.
Uh,
We'll put
yeah,
a
that's
score
another
on
thing we
from
do.
here.
We put some of our favorite scores on while we're choosing all the winners, which
Of the
kinda
year.
adds a little bit of a mood. Yeah.
So yeah, so Holy Spider's on there on
Yep.
Spotify. The Elderly and Hellhole were on there, right?
At least those.
At
We
least
haven't
those.
even looked up the
I
other
doubt
ones.
the other ones, but anyway.
But yeah, check the really cool. Especially like we were saying with the Elderly, the theme of the film and everything, and adding that score to that element.
Anyone
Add-
else
added a
find the
lot.
Elderly incredibly scary?
Yeah. Anyone.
Which is sad because we're on our way there, right?
We got a Paul Naschy call out, shout out. It's one of my favorites, Spanish or not. Hell yeah.
Oh, dude, who was that? Tell me who said it.
Jonathan Wilhelm.
Jonathan. Wilhelm's, isn't he the one that's always like
Yeah.
stands out in the?
Yeah.
First of all,
Yep.
John, is that your real name? I just want to get that. I probably ask you. It's kind of cool that like some of these people we only converse with them once a year, but I mean
Yeah,
I value
yeah,
that.
absolutely.
Like that's really awesome. Like it wouldn't be the same without Jonathan Wilhelm or Irish Matt. You know what I mean? Like,
And you are right. Naschy is
Oh, he is-
one of our top.
one thing was if you're new, I didn't want to do this every year because I didn't want it to become obligatory. We do a lifetime achievement award winner.
Right. Yeah.
And I was doing it consecutively for a few years, and I just thought, you know what I mean? One year I was like, who should I didn't want it to be like that. I want it to be kind of organic
Yeah.
and be like,
For sure.
suddenly something hits me where like, but anyway, we did Paul Naschy one year. So we love Paul
Yeah.
Naschy. Big,
Huge
one
fan.
of my cats' name is Naschy.
There he is.
So
One of these days, I'll make an appearance real quick.
they're not allowed down here yet, man.
Yeah, not-
you know how they
not
are.
allowed.
They're only 2 years old. Terrible twos. I'm gonna grab a Red Bull.
Also,
I need to.
also thank you, Phil, for that shout out for the for Hope's score for her movies.
Oh, what do you say? didn't hear
He loves the music for Hope's movies. So thank you.
This is not right here. All right, thanks, Phil. We love you, man. We appreciate. I know it's late there. You have to remind me what the time is. But Phil, awesome dude. Again, one of those guys I hope to visit someday overseas. Definitely a dream.
Yeah.
One day, Phil. Bucket
One of
list.
these days.
One of these days. All right, what we got next? So kind of go from
Next
score
up.
into the effects.
Yeah. All integral parts to making a great film.
Very integral. And you know, we hate CGI here at Nightmare Video.
Yeah.
In horror. Yeah. We're not giving awards for CGI, right?
No.
Fuck CGI. To fucking CGI.
Fuck 2023 and CGI.
Yeah, so this is what, here's the thing, like, I don't want to get into, I mean, majority of people watching agree with us. It's artistry, right? Effects. It's building latex and whatever it is. Like, it's, you have a group of people.
It's the love that is put into the project.
It's artistry. It is artistry. And why would I want to not have that within my film? So anyway, so this is.
Like, as with all three of these categories is
Artistry,
the visual
right?
artistry and the musical emotional artistry, and then the actual
these three together are really cool, right?
Yeah.
Like, kind of, they go with each other very well.
and the
They
visceral
complement each other.
artistry, Yeah.
All right, so effects. Never difficult to find enough for this,
Yeah.
for this category.
But for the nominees
Nominees for best
for best effects,
effects.
VHS 85.
I love that they're cranking them out, guys. Last year,
Yeah.
you guys, you'll
How many were last year?
No, there was one last year, but
Just
and it got a nomination, but I can't fucking remember what it was called. It's
yeah,
these years.
it's all these years.
Well, they used to do
Was it?
1, 2. They used to number them. Now they do
Yeah.
all these fucking years. So could someone tell me what the hell I nominated last year for VHS? I love that one. Anyway, so 99 got an honorable mention.
Right.
But 85
85 got a
stepped their game up and
Yeah.
got a nomination. Angry Black Girl and Her Monster, right?
Yep.
Because I couldn't fit that all. In.
Five Nights at Freddy's. Surprise.
Who dropped their pretzel? If there's one thing.
Was it VHS 94? Was that last year?
It might, yeah, I think that's correct. Thank you, whoever.
Hey,
Just so you guys know, I can't fucking see a goddamn thing on the monitor right now.
So
So
that's why I got you. I got you.
I could put the glasses on.
Fuck that.
You guys, if one thing you could say with this, the Golden Horn Awards were not predictable.
For sure.
Other than the fact that a folk horror movie was the best picture almost every time. But no, we've had some controversial
Yeah.
stuff. But anyway, Five Nights at Freddy's, yeah, that got a nomination. Next up, Moon Garden.
When Evil Lurks.
Kids vs. Aliens, another nomination.
Nice. And finally, The Slaughter.
The Slaughter, an Italian film
And by
from the director of Anthropophagus 2, which was an honorable mention just a few minutes ago.
Nice.
So I love when guys have 2 in 1 year, man.
Who was it? Mickey Keating, right?
Mickey-
Cranking them out a couple a year.
Ty
For-
West
for a while
last
there,
year?
yeah.
Come on. First ever
Yeah.
to have 2 Best Picture, anyway. So I forget the Slaughter director's name. It's like very Italian. It's like Dario
Yeah, I
Damani.
forget his name too, yeah.
Like seriously, it's really like that. That might actually be the name. Anyway, so this is you. We like to rotate.
All right. So the Hornet.
Has anyone got? Sorry. Has
Okay.
anyone? I like to throw questions out there. Has anyone ever gotten a tattoo that says "And the Hornet goes to"?
Or you can just get the golden horns.
Surprise! I was gonna take off my shirt
Maybe
and
I'll
show you guys.
I'm just surprised.
Yeah, why
next
don't you
year-
get one? All right.
We got a lot of love for a couple movies out here. When Evil Lurks, Moon Garden. Five Nights at Freddy's shocked me from Moods.
And how bad it was, or
Yeah, I'm like, shocked in what way?
excuse me. Who liked Moon Garden?
That was Irish Mad Dog. Moon Garden was fucking awesome. Hell yeah, it was.
I really haven't heard a lot of talk about it.
Yeah.
And I'm in tune enough with other people's lists. I don't get too much into it, but I'm aware
Right.
of my
That's right,
surroundings. All right, let's do it.
All right.
Horny goes to first person to get that tattooed on that gets a free Blu-ray, maybe 4K.
Our choice of.
Horny goes
Okay,
to.
the horny for best effects goes to
This is a big one. He almost dropped it. So hot.
When Evil Lurks.
Oh,
Hell yeah. Jonathan Wilhelm, you called it out.
did he guess it?
And Kid Ragnarok.
Yeah, we do love guesses. Like we love that. Throw your guesses out there live.
Speaking of that,
What?
should maybe get a second
fuck,
into
dude.
those.
Shit,
Did
okay.
you preface that also?
I have not mentioned it. Okay, so I'm glad you remember because we're like gonna get way too deep. Okay.
That's why I'm your wingman, dude.
So back in the early days, well, you're working overtime. Honey. We lost the whole board because Hope almost was attacked by a abominable snowman on the way here. So in the I guess AJ could attest to this. In the early days, way back before Hope would spend ridiculous amount of hours editing, I spent ridiculous amount of hours editing the award shows, and I would sprinkle in. They're still available, by the way. Go way back on my channel. You can watch the old Golden Horn Awards. I would put like a scene from all the Best Picture nominations, like throughout the awards, so a little teaser.
Yeah.
You'd say, "Oh, they got
I didn't like the Oscars.
Was it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Was edited
With
like
the
that?
pop-ups for the
Yeah,
movies
yeah.
and stuff.
Because
Yeah.
with the Oscars with Best Picture, they play the trailers
Hmm.
throughout the show.
So yeah. So anyway, so go back to those old ones. They're fun. Plus, you see probably a shitload of films that maybe you either forgot about or never seen. But so I wanted to kind of do that live. We obviously can't show a scene, but we're gonna integrate the Best Picture nominations as we go, one at a time. Just kind of give you guys a tease, and you'll be able to have in your head, oh, what's gonna win Best Picture? Well, as opposed to us right before. Yeah. So give us.
and setting it
Yeah,
up.
we're just like I said, we got to evolve and try to make things interesting, change things up. So our first nomination for Best Picture of 2023, hand it to me. So this is your first nomination. 6. I always try to keep it to 6.
Yeah.
We have one year.
Which
we
is
did
also
8.
difficult.
It's difficult. There was a year where literally every category was 8. I think it was 2015. That year was ridiculous. So anyway, here's your first nomination for Best Picture 2023. Moon Garden, which we just mentioned. So they could be the next Best Picture
Yeah.
winner.
Yeah, Moods again. I watched Moon Garden a couple nights ago and loved it.
Oh shit, he just watched it. Fresh.
Yeah.
Lionel joined. What's up, guys?
What
Yeah.
up?
He's my boy.
What up?
How'd the hockey game go? I don't remember if it was a game or practice.
Baby Oopsie 3. We were just talking about that last night.
Is that the guess? Someone saying?
Yeah.
I love it.
If someone, I'm trying to think if I should do that. If someone guesses best picture like right now, I'll send them something.
Money.
I'm not
Oh
sending you
yeah,
money.
we did.
I'm not sending you money.
Yeah, we did that the previous year.
I got it. Good call.
2 years ago.
First one who predicts best picture, you send me money.
You send me money.
Okay.
But yeah, get them
Yeah,
guesses.
send the guy. Say.
You know, we'll get a couple in there as
Yeah,
the
we'll
show's
see.
going along, and
Yeah, we'll see how many. Yeah. If like a lot of you throw your
Get some
guess out there,
guesses.
we'll see. Okay. All right. So what are we doing? Oh,
So
dude.
next up,
So this
yeah.
has become. To get a little backstory on this one, I hope you're all having fun. Cheers, everybody.
Yeah.
Hold up your goblet up. Oh, what are you eating?
Hummus and crackers.
There's a whole olive plate in there. It's delicious.
That's what.
Oh,
Holy shit!
yeah. As you can see, we
Wait.
destroyed that earlier. What are you
See
drinking?
if
Hal?
she can sink a piece of cheese.
Simply
in.
spiked.
Simply, let me see this. So
Not a sponsor.
Simply spiked.
my daughter, who
It's
is
good.
not driving tonight,
Spiked juice.
having
I'm not
some
driving ever again.
never that abominable snowman almost got her.
Here now.
Anyway, they're drinking that off camera. Better than Claw, I guess.
It is.
It tastes better.
It is.
Claws the wall.
Oh yeah, isn't John Wilhelm? Isn't he the one who had like 40 old Milwaukee's last year and face planted like on his way to bed? All right. Anyway, this good
All right.
fellow
Yeah.
gets a little tighter.
Wednesday's watching on the TV at home.
Who is?
Wednesday.
Oh, nice. That's Hope's wonderful cat. Wednesday. Is Alex watching?
He said he's making dinner with it on in the background.
Alex.
I saw him make a quick comment in there
Alex,
earlier.
we are not. This is an award show.
Jonathan said, "Yep, still got the broken nose."
Ugh.
That is taking a year to heal. I think it's more than broken, man. You might need some. As someone who's broke their nose,
I
actually
need some
mine's never
reconstructive
healed.
surgery.
Mine's never healed, so who am I to say? Okay, so this has actually become. It's kind of a catch-22 because I'm very angry that it took me this long to add this award.
Yeah, surprisingly.
And it was 3. So I was basically compelled from the film Night House, which was that 2 years ago. I want to say. Great film.
I think it was 2
nominated
years ago.
for-
Yeah.
Trying to think. It was either Indie nomination or Best Picture.
I
can't
feel like it
remember.
was best.
Picture?
I think it was best.
You're right. It
Picture.
was Best Picture. The actress, whose name escapes me, I really love her as an actress. Great performance. Anyway, it was so like well written. I appreciate some comments about this movie too, Night House. So well written. I love the script so much that I was like, man, why have I never done screenplay?
Yeah.
So so this is essentially the Night House Award, right? It
was a
compels-
rad name
Yeah,
for
it
an
compels
award,
me to finally, and as me as a writer, like I consider myself a writer. I'm proud of the way I write
you're a
over
fan.
the years.
Again, you being humble, you are also an amazing writer.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Which I enjoy working. I think us together
Oh, absolutely.
and everything.
Yeah, I love writing more
Inspiring
studio
each
music,
other.
for sure. So yeah, someone who values writing, who loves to write. I always have. I try and pass that importance on to Hope. But anyway, so yeah, screenplay. It's much like music. It means a lot to me. And so yeah, I'm upset that it took me this, but better late than never, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So 3. This is I think the third. year
Always,
we've done
always
this.
evolving.
And I think we talked earlier that this will probably get pushed. I love this category so much. Now it's probably going to get pushed back
Yeah.
into the awards. I love it so much. And like we said, writing. We value writing very much so with film. It
Absolutely.
matters a lot. Like you could have. We talked about how you can have a great film that can overcome, but if it's shit writing,
Yeah.
you end up just like Rob Zombie. Sorry, I had to.
Shots
I love
fired.
Lord-
Shots
I
fired.
love Lords of Salem, but it's still not very well written. Anyway.
Yeah.
I don't want to put people
I need a
down.
soundboard for next year's.
You should be in charge of that.
Sound-
Soundboard
Yeah,
would
you're
be
not-
awesome.
No,
I
we're not.
definitely
Not if she's in charge of it. It's not.
I want to be the Fred Norris of this
This
show.
would turn into a circus. At least more of a circus than it already is.
Yo, it's a fucking nightmare.
Fucking nightmare.
Yeah, why do you have it on 0.5?
What?
What does that mean?
What?
It's zoomed?
It's zoomed out.
Oh, I don't know. I think it looks all right. Well, we want to like.
I don't think we could.
That
I don't think we could figure it out.
Well, that did not
Yeah.
happen. That did not happen intentionally. Hope.
Yeah.
We missed you, man. You're
We
part of the
set it up
crew.
before the
Well, don't
YouTube
change
thing.
it.
Yeah, don't do it now.
Hang on.
We got it all set up.
She's a filmmaker, but I kind of like how it is. She's gonna like turn the whole fucking live stream off. Oh, please don't.
That's a little better.
No.
That's a
What?
little better.
No, that's better. She did change it. It looks good.
We're watching it like
We're-
it's not in real time, so okay.
I left it like
That's
that.
where we're at, though.
Is that where we're at right
Yeah,
now?
yeah.
Okay. It's really weird watching something that happened 5 seconds ago.
Look at that for like 20 minutes just to wait for yourself to catch
Yeah.
up.
I know.
Well, I got up to like move everything around and sat back down, and I wasn't there.
All right. All right, we're talking about screenplay.
Hold
here.
on, yo, Jay, you
Got a boog
a
hanging.
book.
What happened?
Do I?
He doesn't though. No.
I think that's the camera.
It's because it zoomed for.
Yeah, that was the zoom.
All right, so screenplay, people. So this is like it's become a new favorite for me as far as category goes.
Just
I smell
continue.
cookies. Okay. Nominees for best screenplay / script, however you want to. The meat and potatoes of a film, right? The Harbinger.
Spoonful of sugar.
A couple first
First
nominees, right?
nouns.
Falcon Lake, another one, right?
Ooh. Shit, what was the fault?
Angry Black
Angry
Girl.
Black Girl and her monster.
We have Angry Black Girl ... on there. Do you want to have Shelly take over on
I can hold him.
the cue cards? You've done. You're pulling double duty here.
You've done enough.
Here's another one for this ridiculous title: Fifth Thoracic Vertebra or Bray.
Vertebrae.
Bra.
What- There's
Here's
no
another
for
one
it.
for this film.
That's
And
a great
then-
title.
Holy Spider.
Another one. Are they gonna? I always say this. Are they gonna be the
Play.
Susan Lucci of this? Like 18 nominations and didn't win anything. All right. Is this me?
Yeah, that's you.
So again, it's become writing is so important to me. I hate watch a film and writing sucks. So this is well written films. The Horny goes to for best screenplay. Falcon Lake
Hell yeah.
You.
for
Beautiful film.
AJ and Moods. That is a French Canadian film.
Nice.
I believe it was filmed in. I think it was Quebec. I'm not positive though.
Came back.
We played a show there. That was awesome.
Yeah, we did.
I loved it there.
That was really great.
Okay, so yeah,
We're
congrats.
getting Spoonful of Sugar didn't get enough love. Irish Mad Dog.
Yeah.
Jonathan, Spoonful of Sugar. Christopher Caesar, Infinite Pool.
Infinity Pool.
Infinity Pool.
Infinite
It says
Pool.
infinite.
I
We
kinda
know
like
what
that
you meant.
better. Infinite Pool. It's more
And Diana
dramatic.
joined. She said, the fanciest thing I've ever seen Jay wear. Is he going to do my taxes after?
See, I'm not even wearing
Oh.
a suit this year either.
know.
She
it
busts.
looks
She
fancy.
busts into the awards and drops a tax. It's tax season, so I guess.
It
I
is.
will do your taxes, but you're probably gonna owe a couple $1,000s after I do it, because that's usually what happens to me.
That's the only way you know how to do it. Say, oh.
So you said a couple people said Spoonful.
Yeah,
wasn't getting
Spoonful
enough
didn't
love?
get enough
Yeah.
love. Yeah,
Oh, well,
Irish
you know
Mad
what?
Dog.
You know what, people? It's about to get a lot of love.
It's
tonight,
about to get some
right?
love.
It's about to get fucked.
Oh my
Spoonful of Sugar is about to see my.
God.
Hope, please stop.
Oh,
Oh.
stop.
Will you please make her stop?
I can't make her do anything.
She's gonna knock it over, and the whole freaking awards will go down the toilet.
Filmmaker. Gotta let her.
I'm trying to look at that.
It's not that I don't trust you make it look better. I don't trust you to not knock the whole thing over and
I
then.
knocked it over last year once.
It was just once.
All right.
Okay.
Next up. So you.
Jeremy and Damien are watching you guys.
Oh shit! What's
Mr.
up,
Pinhead's
guys?
Baby.
So if we're gonna take over the cue cards, you gotta do
Hi,
each
guys.
category. What's
You do the
up?
comments, I'll do the cue cards.
Okay.
Yeah, let. You're getting distracted by the comments.
Oh, sorry.
We gotta
We're
keep
doing
you
this already?
focused here.
You both see this?
All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this is kind of cool. It's with the awards. It's kind of like there are some categories, right? don't happen every year, unfortunately.
Right.
We had a good run for a while in slasher, right? We had best
Yeah.
slasher. I want to say 3 or 4 years in a row we had best slasher. We've had, what else have we had over the years? Occasionally we had the comedy, right? Cheesy
Yeah.
cheddar film.
Yep.
Doesn't happen. It's very difficult to make a good horror comedy, for the record. So we've had that. We've had this category a couple times. So it's kind of cool when categories come in and out when it's warranted, you know. So I'm happy to welcome back. I don't know how many times we've had this, but we got a best creature feature category. We love creature features,
Yeah.
right?
Super cool.
Hope was attacked by a
Yeah.
tonight, so she a little too soon on this. But so your nominees for best creature feature of 2023: The Tank,
Unwelcome,
Cryptid,
Dark Nature.
another cool title, Walking Against the Rain. All right.
I thought it was walking against, and then.
Yeah, I almost did. Too.
I mean, definitely a category I wish we had every year. I mean, we love our creature feature,
Yeah.
man. Well, I guess we could just quickly afterwards just kind of go through kind of say what kind of creature feature it was. But the horny. No, this is you, right? Yeah, I did the last one.
Yeah.
It was the screenplay.
All right. For best creature feature, the horny goes to Dark Nature.
Dark Nature.
Woo!
Pretty sure. Nice. Pretty sure that was
Nice
pretty
distance.
sure Canadian film. Pretty sure. So quickly, where'd that list? I'll pop that up again for me.
I'm not prepared to go back.
Yeah, the monster was a great creature feature from prior award show.
Oh, best picture.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
it was. A very heartfelt, very character-driven creature feature. The tank,
So good.
a creature in a tank, basically.
That's a creature in a tank.
Unwelcome, or the little like Irish gnome creatures. I don't know. I forget the correct terminology was for them. I think they are loosely based on actual folklore. Maybe Irish Mad Dog could elaborate on this, assuming you're actually Irish. Cryptid, Sasquatch film with not much Sasquatch in it, but I was okay with that. It was more on the procedural investigation of. I enjoyed it. Dark Nature, which won, actress from I'm gonna forget the name already, which we couldn't forget.
It was a W.
It was nominated for Best Picture a few
What?
years back.
Right.
What we
What? Oh, damn it.
What we do in the shadows? No.
No.
Fuck, we just looked.
God
at
damn it, we just looked it up.
Anyway, it was nominated for Best Picture a few years ago, and it has an actress in it, and she was in Dark Nature. But anyway, she was abused by her boyfriend, and she ends up in a kind of like post-trauma group, and they go camping, and they encounter this creature. So very character-driven, and the creature looked really cool, very badass. And Walking Against the Rain is kind of post-apocalyptic, only 2 characters. That was cool. Yeah, so if you love creature features, definitely check those films out.
these guys
Dark
out.
Nature being my favorite.
Out of here.
Oh, this is a good one.
I invented this.
This
This
was-
is
yeah, this
invented
was a-
by Hope. So we, again, if there's any out there who have suggestions for a category, we want to.
What keeps you alive? Thank you, Diana.
Diana, thank you.
we had the same problem. We were like, what? Like, it was on the tip of our tongues earlier, and then we had to look it up, and we forgot it again. Thank you.
Diana, she knew what amulet was.
Oh, dude. Which
She
was
commented
that
on a
one?
Facebook
What was
post.
that?
That was-
4 years ago?
That was the first year that we collaborated.
Yeah, that was, yeah. Yeah.
So, Diana, I'm very impressed that you knew that. Talk about a film that doesn't get loved.
Yeah, yeah.
Jesus.
What ones
Um,
did I miss?
These are already done.
This is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Amulet. But anyway, Diana, go back and watch some of the old Go to Lone Awards. One, you get to see us wearing awesome, but the films, man. The film.
Yeah, if you think this is dressy, I'm not even wearing a suit jacket.
Should I just give people what they want right now? Just one. Just one. All right.
Bring it down a little bit.
All right. Yeah, Hope created this category. Kind of another one that should have happened earlier, right? You can't
Absolutely.
look at those in between categories. In between, you can look at the comments, but don't look at them while we're like,
I know.
you know. I gotta keep it focused sometimes. Ensemble best. So anyway, I gotta say, like I said, with what she contributed. Ensemble cast, right? It's great when you watch a film and you're like, man, this cast is great. Goonies comes to mind.
Yeah,
as far as
absolutely.
just like
Yeah.
random films where I think like I love the cast as a
Yeah.
kid. Goonies would be like one of those films that come to mind. What determines an ensemble cast, you may ask? It's got to be at least three. Okay?
At least three
or
main
more.
characters.
3 or more main characters to be deemed an ensemble cast. So your nominees for best ensemble cast are Cobweb. Is that the first?
That's
one?
first,
Cobweb?
first
Another
one.
first.
Another first for Swallowed.
And then another one, Talk to Me. Much publicized though.
Third nomination for Holy Spider.
Might even be 4.
Was it
Or
4?
it's 3 or 4. Here's the
I
first
can't
one.
count, I can't count.
On the talk of how tough it is to do a horror comedy, The Blackening.
And Curse of Crom.
Curse of Crom. Remember?
Yes.
Fun, low budget Halloween film. Anyway, all right. So this is me, right? Chars, everybody.
That's you.
This triple I paid, man. That's
Cobweb was dope. Yeah, we're getting some Cobweb love in here.
I love that spoonful of sugar. Made some ripples. I like that. We're just getting started. All right. Horny goes to for best ensemble cast. Cobweb.
Hell yeah.
1 in and 1 victory.
What is that?
It's, I think it's supposed to be clap
That's supposed
applause,
to be
but
a
it
clap,
sounds
but it
like
does
clap
not
tunes.
sound like a clap.
Thanks, Shelly. And I think I earlier saw Hope nod her head saying, don't do it. And of course, in typical Shelly fashion, completely
I
ignores any advice.
So Cobweb.
Shelly, you
Are you doing like physical releases?
we're doing it in the after party.
Oh, Alex is gonna
Hope
make
you
us-
have to get that away from her because
My phone.
seriously, Shelly, we don't want any.
All right. I'm done.
You want to elaborate on Cobweb a little bit? Or
At least
Why did you like
let's
the cast?
stick to the cat. Yeah. In particular, there's the parents of
Yeah.
the young child.
Yeah.
If you're unfamiliar with the film, who basically, is having a tough time at school, is seeing things in his room, but the parents, they're a little, let's say, not understanding, but they're a little high strung.
yeah.
But
You could
great.
say that.
Yeah, I love the parents. The child, the young actor was great. Their teacher, her name's what's her name?
Cleopatra.
Cleopatra. She's in Infinity Pool. She was great as the caring teacher. She
Yeah.
kind of thinks maybe he's getting abused.
Yeah,
it's not-
there's signs of
Yeah.
something,
the
going
classic
on.
drawing,
Yeah.
that stuff. What was another character? Was there anyone else? Is that the main?
I think those were kind of the main
Pretty much it.
characters. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, very cool. I just want to quickly, I don't want to talk about each one, but The Blackening, really fun ensemble cast. There was a character in that reminded me of, what did I tell you earlier? Urkel, Steve Urkel. And the funny thing is he ended up being like a right-wing Trumper, which is really funny. And then Holy Spider, great. Everyone, you got some young actors in there as well. Great ensemble cast. Curse of Crom was a low-budget film. I want to say that I'm trying to think. Shot in Utah, I believe, and our good friend Mike, who does part of the Witching Season films,
Yeah.
has a new film coming out soon. I know he's been at past awards. Unfortunately, I guess Michael Bailiff. Sorry, I forgot his name. Michael, what's up? Hopefully you'll watch it on
I thought you
the
said Michael Bay.
Michael, my good friend Michael. Michael Bailiff, though, if you've never seen the Witching Season films, he's got a new film though coming out in a little bit. But anyway, he's attended the awards a few times.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm pretty sure he either produced it or maybe even shot it. It's in Utah, so you have the nice, wonderful mountains background. Anyway, so the cast has one of the cast members was like a young Rock, but like the wrestling character. Like you expect him at any point to say, "Can you smell it?" Like people's eyebrow or whatever. There was another character who was kind of like, who's the character in Stranger Things with the nice hair?
Steve Harrington.
He was kind of a Steve
Yeah.
Harrington-esque. Anyway, very likable young cast, but it was cool. Anyway, so yeah, Talk to Me, good cast too.
Yeah.
But Cobweb, so congrats on that. The parents were the really.
Yeah, Diana called out Lizzie Kaplan.
Is that her?
Yeah, the mother, awesome in Castle Rock. That's where I know her a lot from. And the father was amazing. He was also in The Boys, which is an amazing show as well.
All right. Next
So
up,
them two together.
These kind of go together.
Yep.
Best cast. Hope, did you come up with this one, or did I come up with this
I think-
after
Character.
the
I think you
ensemble?
bounced this one
Yeah.
off of the ensemble.
This was spurred by Hope's ensemble. I was like, well, if we're gonna do ensemble cast, how about best character?
Best character.
So-
Because how many times have we watched a movie and we're just like,
Oh, I remember what did it. It was our man from Lost After Dark.
the adorable
chubby-
fat
yeah,
kid?
That's where
Yeah.
it came from. Lost After Dark, great slasher film. Adorable, chubby, portly fella, who suffers an early demise. But anyway, I think he spawned. Well, we got to do
he
best
certainly
character.
did. Yeah, he
Okay.
definitely did.
So, nominees for best character of 2023. We're going to give you the film and then the character name.
Yeah. Not the actor.
Brought
the
to life
character.
by the actor, of course. So your nominees for best character are Kids vs. Aliens, Jack. Here's a surprise, right?
Here's the first one. Winnie the Pooh.
Blood and Honey, which is the
Blood and Honey. The character of Pooh. Pooh. Fucking Pooh. Pooh
Rat-
makes an appearance.
Wrath of Becky. Becky.
Heebie-Jeebie TV. The character of Knucklehead.
Great, some great titles this year, right? Heebie
Yeah.
Jeebie TV. You know what's cool about that film? They sold as part of the physical, you could buy essentially there's a VCR set that kind of plays into the film, and they actually sold a cardboard version of that.
Oh,
If you bought
really?
the Blu-ray, yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Cobweb, as we were just saying.
Nice.
Carol, which is the mother, correct?
Yeah.
Lastly,
Yep.
this
And
feels good right here. Saying,
lastly-
I'll let you say this.
Radu from Subspecies.
In 2023.
Well, in 2023, welcome back,
This
Radu.
is not 1995.
Big comeback.
Radu is back. All right. This is you.
All right. All right. Let's give me this.
We love character-driven films, right?
Yep.
Someone said Winnie the Shite.
So apparently someone didn't like Blood and Honey.
All right. For best character, the horny goes to Jack from Kids vs. Aliens.
Can you show them the picture? You could probably see it.
Actually, that one, which one? Which
The
one?
The one,
The one
from Movie Day.
This one?
Yeah, this was one.
Wait, do you have to preface that one?
Yeah, I'll tell the story after. Just show him. So he's the one.
We're
on
going
the-
to show you this.
He's on the left.
If I can
Your left. Viewers left. So that's Jack. I can't see that very well.
On the
There you
left.
go.
But
You can see him.
so we watched this. This was our headliner on our annual movie day, which we every October we watch. We have a horror-thon.
That was probably the best headliner.
Many years.
It was
As far as-
so good.
Anyway, it was definitely one of the best. We usually have a headliner. We usually have a film from the current year as our headliner that none of us has seen. So we picked Kids vs. Aliens, and yeah, talk about if you've seen the film, whether you like it or not, very entertaining film.
It was so,
Crowd
it was
pleaser.
so fun.
And yeah, we had a group of us, and we were yelling at the screen. We fell in love with
Yeah.
Jack, as any person with a heartbeat
Oh.
should.
Absolutely. From the second his face.
If you know,
gra-
you know, right?
graced
If
the
you know, you
screen.
know.
Yeah, if you know, you know.
And we became attached to him, and it's further enough in the year that you can
No,
spoilers.
no, yeah,
They try to kill him. I'm yelling, no,
dude.
like we were yelling.
There's a certain point where the entire room exploded with emotion
Yeah.
over this
Over
character.
Jack. So anyway,
He's incredible.
he's great.
Alex had the best reaction. Jack, let's fucking go. But he said LFG. So
Nice. So anyway, welcome back, Jason Eisner. Right? I mean, for you, what can you call a horny historian?
just that.
What is his? I don't remember his name.
Horse.
For you, long time, the trivia.
Historian.
Historian.
Horner.
Horner? That sounds, I don't know, that sounds illegal. I like Hornian. For you Hornians out there, Jason Eisner directed his debut film, Hobo with a Shotgun, which won Best Picture in my very first award
That was the
show.
one that started it all.
13 years ago. Hasn't had a film since. He's done work. I know he's done some documentaries. He's shot some films. I'm like, when is this guy going to do a film? Triumphant return, in our opinion, with Kids vs. Aliens.
Yeah.
So welcome
It was
back,
it was a
Jason.
blast.
Full circle,
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
Winnie the Pooh, we actually liked it. Shelly and I
I like
really have no problems with it. I love how it starts with the animation, the narration. I told him, he hasn't seen it, but I told him I loved how they went with this kind of like downbeat story. Basically, Winnie the Pooh's Christopher Robin leaves them in the 100-acre woods, and basically that causes them their grief and anger causes them to lash out by killing. Yeah, I thought, and they play it totally straight, which really makes it work. So, and I seen a killer Winnie the Pooh, like that's the
And
motivation.
Piglet.
Yeah, Piglet's all gnarly
Yeah,
looking.
you were talking
Eeyore,
about that earlier.
they had Eeyore Gray because Eeyore, I think, killed himself, or they killed him.
I think they ate them.
What is-
Something,
yeah.
right? Why are you spoiling the movie?
You know,
I said I
it's-
think. I'm not even sure.
We're in the
It
next
doesn't
year
matter.
already, so like, if you haven't seen Blood and Honey yet, you either were wise to choose not to, or
It
or
doesn't
not.
hurt it because seeing it
Yeah.
is.
Anyway,
is
we were
the-
fan. We were a big fan. I'm all for an alleged sequel starring Tigger. I'm not making that up soon. So we're all
I
for
want
it.
it.
We really enjoyed it. A Wrath of Becky sequel to Becky, and I love the lead character. Very likable. I could watch her fuck up Nazis for 10 films. Heebie-jeebie TV, very fun, kind of in the tradition of WNUF.
Yeah.
Like
What was
that
the- what was the
style.
one from last year?
Yeah,
What
like
was one of
Uncle
the last-
Sleezo's
That's the one, yeah,
Toxic
Uncle Sleezo,
Terrifying
yeah.
Hour. So it's in that vein. You got fake commercials, and the lead host,
Love that.
Knucklehead, was kind of this kind of like over the top, almost like a gay Willy Wonka type character, like just very entertaining.
Gay Willy Wonka?
You mean Willy Wonka?
You mean
I'll
Willy
just say, yeah,
Wonka?
let's say extra flamboyant. But anyways, perfect host for that type of film. We mentioned, of course, Carol, the mother in Cobweb. I loved her so much in the
Yeah.
film.
Yeah,
The
really
particular
great.
scene at the dinner table when she kind of becomes aware that the son like poisoned her possibly.
Yeah.
And, yeah, great. She was fantastic. And then of course Radu's subspecies. We're huge subspecies. There's a
One of
subspecies
my-
poster
One
to
of my
our.
favorite
I don't think you can see that.
vampire, for me personally, favorite vampire franchise.
Same here, man.
Personally.
We love it. We love subspecies. So
I got I got the portrait tattoo on my leg. I've got to meet Anders
yeah, I
before.
met him.
If anybody grabbed that bloodstone too, that thing's
Yeah,
incredible.
dude, I gotta get it, man. I gotta get it
They
before
are
it sells
sold
out.
out. They are sold out.
It is?
They are. I
Oh,
just looked a few days ago.
No.
I did grab one pretty much like as soon as I found out
That's
about
a
it.
major bummer, man.
But,
I was trying to save up for that.
Dude,
That's a bummer. I'll have to get that. Hopefully, get it on the secondary market. I'm probably way
The
overpriced.
black
but
one.
but either way,
That
a
sucks.
very
I'm
welcome,
glad you at least got it.
very welcome return to Radu. One of
Absolutely.
my favorite characters ever.
For sure. So that's very cool. But anyway, the winner was no one had a shot against Jack. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
say it.
Yeah.
Not even Radu.
Yeah,
could beat
yeah,
Jack,
not even
man.
Radu.
Not even. That just shows you how the high esteem that we put Jack in. All right. This is kind of the irreverent,
This is where things take a little turn.
as if it was
Every-
so classy up until now. But
Where you at with that?
I kind of view this a lot, not a lot,
Okay.
but I got a good amount. So this was this started with a lovely actress who, unfortunately, she hasn't been in a film in quite a while. Carolina Bang, Carolina, sorry, who is married to great director Alex de la Iglesia, who did one of my best films the last decade, The Last Circus.
Circus.
He's done other things.
Witching and
Witching and
bitching.
Bitching. What's the cult satanic one? Oh man. Day of the Beast.
I can't remember.
Day of the Beast.
Yeah.
So anyway, great director. Last Circus, brilliant film. So that's his lady, and it's really her role in Last Circus that really
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
the one
spurred
that set it off, and she won that year,
it. And then Witching and Bitching.
and then won the following year.
Anyway,
for
she's
Witching
so
and Bitching.
gorgeous that she was winning all the time. So we're gonna name the hottest babe award after Carolina Bang. So Carolina.
So she's officially retired,
Yeah,
but
she
we
can't-
named the award after her.
So this is just a couple of heterosexual guys.
Just
Objectifying women.
Even though we're very much against that. But we do it in a very respectful way because we have Best Actress and all that stuff.
You're looking respectfully.
however you want to get,
No offense
No,
to
we're
anyone.
celebrating
Like-
sexuality and there's nothing wrong with that, right?
Gotta
We
be-
just appreciate beauty.
Yeah, sexuality, there's nothing wrong with it.
Bring the dude category
You didn't read
back.
the nomination. the
Oh, we
nominees.
don't. Hey, that's right.
I know.
That's
It's got to
good
come
one.
back. I know.
All right.
We haven't had.
But I want us to do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
That would
next
make
year.
up for this.
Yeah.
It would.
Next year we're
Gotta
gonna
be
say
fair.
right
Okay.
now. Next
okay.
year.
Next year.
You
You
could
and
have
I-
had Josh Hutcherson this year.
You go what? What?
Josh
who?
Hutcherson.
Who's Josh Hutcherson?
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh,
The
okay.
kid.
Anyway, so yeah, next year we will do
Peter
the male version.
from the
And as someone who would have no problem if I ended up as a homosexual, I would have. I have no problem
We'll
saying
get a few beers.
when
Yeah,
it's
you
sexy.
might
Oh yeah,
later
right,
on.
right. It's not much of a stretch. I'm one more triple IPA away from Anyway, yeah, we'll do that next year. We'll pick our
Yeah.
hottest guys.
Yeah, we should.
All right. Your nominees for the Caroline Van Award goes Wounded Fawn. Sarah Lind is the actress's name. I've liked her. Back in the
Yeah.
Severed
What was it?
is the zombie
Severed,
film. I
yeah.
loved her. She
Yeah.
reminds us of I remember the name now, just can't name. Linda Cardellini
Oh,
from
nice.
Freaks and Geeks.
How did you not?
You forgot Linda Cardellini's name?
Earlier in the day, I did, yes. I was drunk on olives.
And pepperoni.
You have 40
We couldn't
pepperoncinis
even
and olives
speak.
and tell me if you remember Linda Cardellini. Anyway, she reminds me of her. So Sarah Lynn, Wounded Fawn. When I say the name first, I
All
forgot.
right. First nomination of the night.
Oh, yes.
Do Not Disturb. Kimberly LaFerriere. Hopefully that's pronounced right.
Very hockey
The
name.
French Canadians.
Yeah,
can-
sounds
Very
right.
hockey name. Infinity Pool, our favorite from last year, Mia Goth,
Yeah.
who won Best Actress last year.
Yeah.
From Pearl, of course.
Is it Lita?
Lita, in the
Lita.
second nomination.
Adeline Theory.
Another Cobweb one. Cleopatra Coleman, who was also, as I said earlier, in Infinity Pool.
Yeah.
But we're nominating her for Cobweb.
And finally, The Mistress. Kat Cunning.
What a that's a
Great name.
stripper name.
AJ Punk said when he hears Carolina about the Carolina Bang Award, he just thinks of Step Brothers Catalina wine mixer.
That's funny.
Fucking
And to save face in front of my better half and my daughter, we will not explain why Cleopatra
Yeah.
got a nomination for one film or the other. That we'll keep that to
We won't get
ourselves.
into it.
I'm
Yeah.
sure I
We'll
can
just-
guess.
Watch them and make your own assumptions.
Ready?
Ready.
To sexuality. And as always, I have to throw politics in it, and for a woman's right to choose. You want to do this one?
Can I get?
What are you doing? You need a beer?
Yeah.
Can you get this guy a beer? Can you
Yeah,
please,
you
in
got
the
that?
fridge, we have a new fridge
It's
now.
right
Why
there.
don't I have to get it?
'Cause you're right there.
Get the squash.
Yeah.
On the
On
bottom,
the bottom
hope,
shelf.
on the bottom hope, there is a Sasquatch beer.
Like I know you're.
Yeah, she's gonna get
He almost-
triggered.
He almost
gonna get
killed me.
traumatized.
I know you're traumatized.
Isn't there like snow on it too?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
That's rough.
bad call.
Don't
Having
look at
hope
it.
get this.
Thanks.
Show that off before we announce it.
Look at this motherfucker.
It's from a Buffalo brewery too, local brewery. Not local for me
I don't know.
anymore, but okay. He's gotta wait for it. 12 gates.
Yeah,
right?
I can't-
Charge.
I can't
Charge is
tell.
12 gates. I
Crack
just,
this baby open.
the horny goes to. Is this another Cabo victory? Cleopatra
it is.
Coleman.
Another female cobweb victory.
Cleopatra Coleman. Let your parents know. You just won a horny. You guys see this?
Go.
Behind us? Can you guys see? It's a golden horn.
It looks so small back there.
That's what she
Small.
said.
She said it looks so small back there.
I didn't say it, she did. Okay, let's bring some class back to here.
All
okay?
right.
We got that out of the way.
Alex said Jay is precious.
Me?
I'm not
You're
precious.
precious.
I'm precious.
Jay's more precious than
Oh.
you.
Apparently
You're
I-
too sweet.
Apparently I'm nothing. He's mad 'cause I yelled at him for having this in the background. It's a award show.
He's sat now.
What?
Good, sit down. Everyone sit down. I just saw Hope knock the camera there. All right. So we talked about earlier how over the last few years, You know, there was a time.
Tell me when you're ready for this, because I'm
Yeah.
There was a time when you couldn't see a good horror film in the theater, not since like the 80s, right?
Yeah,
Maybe
those
early
are
90s.
a stretch
There
there.
was a stretch. Where it was becoming like, there was a stretch of more like torture porn and like, I know what you did, the Scream era
Yeah.
of the 90s, and then it kind of went into like, and you got into like James Wan,
Saw,
and Blumhouse and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Jump scares, CGI, there was that horrible stretch. And then, I don't know, I mean, you can make an argument of when it happened, but I would say maybe The Witch was the turning point. When
the A24
Yeah.
horror.
Yeah.
when indie stuff started to sort of kind of more esoteric stuff and like art house and like just, you know, it's evolved to the point now where that's kind of normal now. And even I think that's kind of, you know, gone into mainstream horror where you can see a film like Infinity Pool, which is completely essentially an absurdist film in a wide release, you know, and that's great. So I want to say this is like probably the 5th year in a row of this category. So that's awesome.
Absolutely.
That's very proud to say that, right? So you can go to theater now on a wide release or something a little more like obscure, a little art house theater and see a great horror film. So your nominees for Best Theatrical Horror, I have to say quickly, some of our final film categories tonight, like Best Indie, Best Foreign, they cannot get another nomination that's a film nomination. For instance, these films within this category, theatrical, none of these are eligible to be nominated for like Best Indie or Best Picture, just so you guys know. So there's way more films than this that we saw in the theater, correct?
For sure.
And that's my point.
But
is
they're up for other
they're
things.
up
Yeah.
for other things.
Yeah.
Thank you. So your nominee, so the theatrical is way bigger than what is here, which is so impressive and awesome. Your nominees for Best Theatrical Horror is Talk to Me,
Godzilla -1.
Infinity Pool, or if you want to say Infinite Pool.
First nom for Evil Dead Rise.
And another one for The Blackening, a horror comedy
Nice.
done right. That should be the tagline underneath the title.
Trademark.
This is yours.
Okay, cool.
So again, these films and several other
So
ones that
many
we were
other
able to
ones.
see in the theater.
All right. Best theatrical release.
Have any of you guys seen any of these films in the theater? Or what's your favorite film experience of the year horror-wise?
Yeah.
You out
Let
there.
us know.
Let us know. Okay.
The Horny goes 2 for theatrical. Godzilla -1.
Woo!
Jonathan called it out.
Jonathan's,
He's fucking on
he's a
point.
master. He's the
You're
master
on
of the
point
comments.
tonight, bro.
Can we call him the king of the comments? he's pretty much, he's become like the...
Comments with a K, the king of the comments.
Yeah, damn right. Backwards K. Oh. Are you ready?
Oh my god.
How's the beer?
It's delicious.
Is it good?
It's really good.
Excellent.
It's really good.
What is that again? Like a hazy IPA?
It's a hazy IPA, yeah.
Nice. I'll have that one.
Which is
next.
my
I'll
favorite.
try to finish
I
this.
love hazy IPAs.
It's a combination of yap in my mouth and it's triple IPA.
Yeah. That is the Godzilla -1.
Yeah, what do you guys think of Godzilla? Did you all see it?
Superb film. Kid Radarok.
I've heard a lot of people
Absolutely agree.
say it's the best since the original. I would agree
Yeah,
with that.
I completely agree.
And I did like
The
the one.
sound in the theater was really good.
It wasn't
It
good
was so
when we
good.
saw it.
Really?
That was the big flats. Like it
Oh.
was not good.
Yeah.
Their speakers are not good.
That's a backrooms theater.
Huh?
That's not a real theater.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, what did you guys think of Godzilla? I thought it was excellent. Character
I
driven,
thought it was
but
an incredible.
lots of good Godzilla. Like,
It was
you want to talk about an
so good.
example of good CGI,
Yeah.
which you obviously have no choice to do other than stop motion or something.
There are certain applications where CGI,
Absolutely.
you know, whatever your Star Wars movies, things like that, and something like this, they just did it really well.
Tasteful.
They
Well,
did, yeah, they did
tasteful.
it so tastefully.
But I mean, your only
But it
other
wasn't-
option is like stop motion, essentially.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Yeah.
But so if you're forced to do CGI, this is the way to do it.
Yeah.
I bring up Troll Hunter. You remember that film?
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's another good example
Another
of
one.
tasteful CGI. You know.
Jonathan Wilhelm called himself King of CK almonds. So it's KOCK. The acronym.
I'll take it. I'll take an acronym. I like a good acronym.
King of.
Yeah, I mean that.
Moose, is Moose
They
still
had,
around? What'd you think of Godzilla? Moose, is he still
It was a
around?
very like emotionally impactful.
Absolutely. Like I said, a character driven, but still had the Godzilla action.
Yeah.
Oh,
I saw Moon Garden theater this year.
I also did as well.
At North
At a
Park.
North Park, yeah. That was a great experience as well. That's an incredible one to see in the theater, especially with the.
Is anyone's? Yeah, who's up? Line up. What's up, man?
Yeah, what'd you guys see in the theaters this year?
I know, like I told you, Moods. You know, he's got the fat pocket. He's got shit to do. I don't blame him. He's
Yeah.
got to run.
I saw Mithrigan.
What?
Mithrigan.
Oh, Megan. That's not. No nominees. Not even an honorable.
Phil
Did you watch
saw When Evil Lurks in the theater.
So
I
we.
did too.
Yeah, we saw it.
I did not see it in the theater.
It was
Phil, that's
amazing.
awesome. You saw that. That's great. Yeah, that we love it. That was
Amazing.
so cool.
Yeah.
All right, we ready to go? This is a category that a young
Wasn't
Hope
that
used
also
to.
hers too? Wasn't it? Did
She
come
didn't
up
come
with
up
that?
with it. Was her fit. She used
Or-
to like.
or she used to host
present
that
it.
one,
Yeah,
yeah,
this
that's
used to
right.
be a young Hope's. Would do this category. So yeah, scariest, creepiest, kind of the roots of horror, right?
Yeah.
Creep yourself out. Bring your date to the drive-in. Have her get scared. She gives you a hug. Scariest, creepiest film, and there's so many different ways to. Sometimes it's terrifying. Sometimes it's a little creepy. Sometimes it's unsettling.
Yeah. Sometimes
Sometimes it's weird, uncomfortable. There's lots of variations to get creeped out and scared. And so yeah, a fun category. And I gotta say, this is probably one of the strongest category or group of nominations I think ever
Yeah.
in this category.
Yeah, I think we were talking about
It's
this
a
earlier,
really good
too,
film.
right? Yeah.
There's a lot of films in here that could have easily been in other categories,
Right.
in their respective. Okay, here we go.
There we go.
Can't wait for Hope to stand up. All right, your nominees for scariest, creepiest film of 2023: Sister Death. This is like a band name.
Cobweb. Another one for Cobweb.
Hell House Origins. The
Carmichael Mansion.
Carmichael
Manor.
Manor. The Carmichael Manor. Cool franchise, man.
Yeah.
It's found footage franchise.
The Outwaters.
The Harbinger. Another one for that.
Another one for Hellhole.
Your House.
Nice.
Dark Harvest. That's the first one. All right. How many? 7 films? Correct? Yeah. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
about 7. I think was that the only one that had 7. I think.
All right. Scariest, creepiest film of 2023. Let us know what creeped you out this year. Like in movies, not in life.
Yeah.
Is this me?
I think that's you. Yeah.
Okay. No Horny goes to Hell House Origins, The Carmichael Manor.
Nice.
Safe to say, like, we're both big fans of clowns.
I would say so. Yeah.
I
for
fucking
sure.
love. I mean, I call it a subgenre, clown horror.
Yeah.
I love it.
Hope you're in the shot. I hope you know.
There's a clown core.
If
anyone knows clown
I
horror.
love clowns. Like, I mean, they never like there are people who are legitimately afraid of clowns.
Yeah,
I'm
for
not
sure.
that, but I love clowns and horror films.
They're really effective.
And talk about
For
an example
that,
of that with this
And
film.
this is a perfect example of that for sure.
It is so good. Basically, these.
Because I'm not afraid of clowns, but this
I see why
this
people
made
are.
this made me see why they are.
Yeah. Anyway, it's become a really cool franchise. I know the first Hell House film was much lower. You can see the budget has grown, which is great. But the very first one, found footage film, kind of like a mockumentary about a haunt, a local haunt where people ended up, you go and get haunted during Halloween. And it was kind of like in an old house, and people ended up getting killed. There was basically a killer ended up on the loose within the house. So the first one is very creepy. I want to say that year was either nominated for best low budget or like won Scariest Creep. I want to say it was nominated for best low budget. It may have won. But anyway, so that first one I love. The second one's solid. I haven't seen the third, and then this one is a 4. So I still need to see one of the 4. But I definitely loved 2 of them, and part 2 is good. But anyway, so it's cool to have this now. I think I'm pretty sure not winning their second of their franchise.
Yeah.
It's been nominated twice. So big props to Hell House. Yeah, a lot of it takes place in a large house and the manor, and definitely the root of it are these clown statues.
Yeah.
Just the lighting's
It's
great, very effective.
it's the way they shot it, like when they like show up when you don't expect it. There's a lot of just genuinely like creepy shots.
And no jump scares.
Like,
There are no jump.
it wasn't jump
From what I
scares.
remember, it's real creepiness.
there's even like just like the slow like I don't know, just give anything like well like when the one character is like just creeping around.
Yeah.
Like it's a fucking
It's-
creepy as fuck.
Am I right?
shot.
It's simple stuff, but
It's very simple.
but it's well done.
Yeah.
Like, that's
they,
what
they did it really well.
I love. It's genuinely, creepy, scary stuff without just a bombastic, like in your face jump scare. It's fantastic. What do you guys think about that film? Cabo would-
Even okay, even at that point, the knocking on the doors.
yes.
That part creeped me the fuck out too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like just like little shit like that.
Simple sound design, right?
Yeah, just
Right?
simple sound design.
Yeah,
When you do
yeah,
stuff like
it's-
that, so creepy.
In a sense, there's some old school, right? Just old school
Mm-hmm.
roots of just simple scares. Sometimes going simple is the best way.
Yeah.
We've talked a lot about how Cobweb actually. I'm just going to quickly to kind of put a wrap on that film is I really loved it until the reveal. You knew the reveal was going to be a big part. Who's in the wall. Unfortunately, it ended up having some CGI mixed in, which was a real big bummer because I really loved the film up until then.
Yeah.
It wasn't the case where it like ruined the film at all, but it definitely took it down some notches. I would have loved it if it was just some type of practical effects, makeup driven. That would have really been anyway. But I think we've given Cobweb some love tonight. The Outwaters, the example I know this ended up on a lot of people's lists about hate and love. Found footage film, first half, not a fan at all. Just a lot of kind of meandering with character, feels like just filling the time. But when the shit hit the fan in that film, you got to see it. Very well done, great sound design, fantastic. Takes place out kind of in the desert, but at night. But they did a fantastic job ending that film. The second half, basically. The Harbinger, that was a pandemic themed film, which there's been several other ones, but we both really like how they handle it. It was about, of course, the isolation and loneliness and paranoia,
Psychological
stuff.
effects, all that.
But I like how they added to it narrative-wise with incorporating a cool horror with the what's the plague doctor?
It's like a
kind
plague
of-
doctor, yeah.
Yeah, good performances. I really love the performance of the friend that she visits.
Right. Yeah.
She's having nightmares.
Yeah.
She was really great, and I like how they wrapped it up at the end, kind of metaphorically. It's just highly recommend it.
Really well
And
done.
Vinegar Syndrome put out a great edition of that. Actually, it might have been one of their sub labels. I forget, but we'll show that possibly.
Yeah, we
later.
may show that
May
later.
show that later. But anyway, I haven't heard many people talk about it. Go check out The Harbinger. Hellhole, from the director of a slasher we both love. What's it called?
Oh, you love it, huh?
What?
Can't even think of the name.
Don't Sleep in the Woods.
Fuck.
There's so many slashers
there's all
like
the-
that
oh,
with
In
like
the
Woods
Woods.
and Don't. It got nominated I think it won Best Slasher a couple years ago.
Wait, what movie? I'm gonna look it up.
So look up Hellhole and then hit the director and then
That's why you need Letterboxd.
Was nobody
it was
sleeps in the
Nobody Sleeps in the Woods. Don't Sleep in
That's
the Woods at night. I
Fucking
don't know.
goddamn it.
Anyway, it won Best Slasher a couple years ago. So it's that director and it's a Polish film. That was the first
Yeah.
Polish slasher. Actually,
I love Polish.
Nobody sleeps in the
Everything.
woods tonight.
No,
Nobody
that's the
Sleeps
one,
in the
yeah,
Woods
yeah.
tonight. I fucking love that film. That had best character
Great.
with the glasses.
Yep.
Another
Oh, I
Courtney
really-
kid.
yeah.
I love that film so much. Great
It's
score.
really great.
They had a lot of nominations. So if you haven't seen, unfortunately, it hasn't gotten like a nice pimped out release, which is
That was
travesty.
that was a Netflix one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it debuted
Yeah.
on Netflix. Yeah, it has I would love to see that. Has some great artwork too, like out there as far as like. Anyway, so that director, he did Poland's first slasher film, and then he came back with a very cool monastery themed
Yeah.
hellhole.
Really great, like
yeah.
apocalyptic,
Monk.
religious monk
Yes.
type of
In a gorgeous monastery,
yeah,
right?
it was.
So
It has a really dreary vibe to it all. Like the monastery is very old. Like the color of the film
Yeah, it is
is
gray,
very
right?
just
More
gray
gray,
and
yeah.
dark and dreary.
we nominated for best score, and the finale there's
And the
some
finale
CGI.
is- yeah.
But it's more in the fantastical way, which
Yeah.
I'm more forgiving of. But the last track,
Because also, to be honest, Elderly in a similar vein had a
Yeah.
similar type of ending.
not
in
as
a way.
much, but
not
yeah,
as much,
yeah, more
but,
subtle. But yeah, when it's fantastical, I can forgive
Yeah.
more. But anyway, yeah, Hellhole, great closing of the film. Dark Harvest, I wanted to mention because I want to say
Right.
that, correct me if I'm wrong, I want to say that was a novel adaptation, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, I think that was on Netflix too, right? Or one of those
It was
Shudder.
on like Peacock.
Peacock,
Yeah,
Hulu,
yeah.
one of those. Very cool, takes place during Halloween, kind of a pumpkin head character where it's,
Yeah,
it's like a
pumpkin-head-ish
demon that comes
character.
back.
Yeah.
And it was a period piece that took place in what, the 40s
I think
and
it was.
50s?
I think it was the 50s.
I really like the lead actor, the young kid. I think he was really good
he
in
was,
it.
Yeah, the
Um,
two main leads, him and the girl.
Yeah, for
were
sure.
are really they had
Very good
chemistry
film.
together.
Really good film.
Again, the whole theme with that.
Yeah, go ahead.
The
We won't
theme
talk
of
about
that
this again.
that whole the folklore, like kind of demonic, a reoccurring character
demon,
that
yeah.
shows up like
Annually.
annually, and I guess I can't really say too much to give away anything, but I love
Like the finish of
I
it,
love
but
the twist of how
Yeah.
they play
How-
out
how
the
they-
ending. I love when films do that.
Yeah,
If you know, if you've seen it, you
Yeah,
know
if
what
you
I'm
know,
talking
you know.
about. But they did it really well in the period piece, how they set it up.
it's the caveat of the right.
Yeah,
Of the
yeah,
reveal.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
So anyone
they just,
like
they
Dark,
just did it. They did it so well.
it takes place during Halloween, so that's of course.
There's a lot, and there's a lot of really cool cornfield scenes
Yeah,
where
if
they're
you
just
like
running
cornfield,
through the
yeah.
cornfields, and that whole like kind of claustrophobia of
And the
that
Pumpkin
was-
Man
was
is
really
there's
well.
a little bit of CGI embellishment, but it's
Yeah,
there is
but,
a lot
but
of
they did it
latex.
really well.
Yeah.
It didn't take me out of anything.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, Dark Harvest was very cool, but Hellhole Oranges was definitely. Did I say oranges? Hell House, you got Hellhole. Hell House Origins was definitely by far me like the previous. Anyway,
Right.
so what are your guys' thoughts on some of those films? You still awake out there, everybody? I mean, what time it is? Who's still with us?
Yeah, people are chatting. You and your horror movies asked, was the conference Polish?
You may be right. Matt, what's up, dude? You and your horror movies. Shelley and I had your update video, your recent update video on the other night, right, Shelley?
Oh,
you were
yeah.
showing off.
Yeah.
He's at work, I
Watching it.
believe, if I'm not
Really?
mistaken.
Oh,
He's either on the he's either should be written up for watching the Hornies while he's at.
Or
Hopefully
it's
he's
a
on
slow
break.
night. It's a slow
I
night.
have no idea what his job is. So that's like. Oh, really? Go ahead.
Like I can't.
Go ahead.
Needs a potty break.
Yep.
Yeah, Finchy has.
Sorry.
Finchy has to-
Fill in for me real quick.
Hope's gonna fill in.
I didn't mean to say it out loud like that.
Watch. Don't trip on anything. Hope's gonna make an appearance.
I almost died tonight.
AJ Punk asks, when can we expect a full movie room tour video? We definitely need to ramp it up this year with the videos. Or, bring
Yeah.
it back.
Yeah, we'll definitely do a video, nightmare video.
We're-
We're pretty much done with this. We kind of have, we're going to do a theater down here eventually. We have a museum side, which that's going to take a while. But yeah, the video store part of our basement is fair. You always had a little bit here and there, but
We-
pretty
we
much
need
done. We
to-
can definitely do a video. Yeah.
We need to get on TikTok just for shorter, update videos, stuff like that.
Yeah, I will be
One-offs.
joining TikTok soon, and the podcast
Really?
will. Yes, and she didn't even know. And the podcast will return at some point. Her old room before she left us is going to become a studio. We'll probably do a Hornies there at some point. But if you're unfamiliar, Cannibal Holocaust is my podcast. I only have a few episodes. But check it out. It's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all the places that you enjoy your podcast.
In the store.
Check out Cannibal Holocaust. Yeah. And we're waiting for. How are you doing?
Do you want to interview me about my next project?
Yeah, absolutely. Tell them what kind of. I guess a quick synopsis. Obviously, a quick
I
synopsis.
don't even
You're gonna
wanna
want
say
to do
that.
that. How about
I'll-
title?
I'll tell you the title.
And then
Um,
where you're at in the process right now.
So we're in pre-production on another short film that I'm doing. It's called Jane and the Brain, which is going to be a horror romance.
You should tell you to
Cool.
speak up a little bit.
I see her.
Where are you at? So you're in pre-production.
Pre-production,
Okay.
yeah. We're casting at the moment.
And this is a short film, not a feature.
Yes. Okay, I'm leaving now.
Thanks, Hope.
Sorry.
Check out
guys.
Lydia's Fall,
Thank
her
you,
last
Hope.
short film, which is on YouTube still, correct?
Yes, it
Lydia?
is on the Films from the Lagoon YouTube channel.
Films from the Lagoon. Give it a follow. Her last short, Lydia's Fall, I'm in it. He does a great job with the score. It was shot here in this house.
Yep.
And it
We
takes
have a
place.
couple other little shorts too.
Yeah, and it takes place during Halloween. So check out Lydia's
Yeah,
Fall.
super cool.
Check it out after the show tonight.
Or now.
Not now. Don't check it out now. You're gonna miss all the major awards. All right, I need.
Sorry guys, live TV again.
That's-
It had to happen.
That's part of the appeal.
I wasn't
right?
gonna. I wasn't gonna make it through all that.
No, I totally respect that. I'm not gonna get mad at you for, especially when the bathroom's like right there.
It's right there. Yeah.
All right, I need
So
I need one of your beers here. Oh,
Okay.
can you grab me a
one of these guys.
please? I gotta have one of those with you before.
It's really good.
How are y'all
I really
doing?
enjoy it.
Shall I give us
Yeah,
some?
how you
Give us
guys
some
holding
chatter. We gotta give us
All
some.
right.
We forgot to add
We only did one so far.
All right, guys. This is on you because I
It's on
put you
me.
in charge of
It's
this.
my bad.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm surprised. Like Wilhelm, I'm a little upset
Oh,
with you that you didn't remind us.
do we have left?
There's two of those ones.
Two what ones?
The-
Oh, I mean category.
Oh.
What's that?
Categories? I've got them all.
Oh.
Wait, I've got them all. 1, 2,
Sorry, guys. Live. Best picture.
6, and then best pick, so
Okay.
7 total.
So we're gonna have to
Every
almost
other
do them
one. Yeah.
Every
It's
other?
all right. Hey,
Okay.
Sorry guys.
we had a new
I fucking
rule.
dropped the ball
Hand
on
them to me
this.
and I'll put them in between these.
Oh, it doesn't matter now. I think we'll remember.
Actually, yeah, do that. Do
All
that.
right. So sorry, guys. Hey, when you integrate new ideas, there's
Yeah,
gonna be
there's
something.
there's gonna be a little.
So I'm surprised that no astute fan didn't remind us though. Hey, where's the
yeah,
best
like, hey,
picture
where's the
nominee?
next one?
All right, so number.
Sorry guys.
Our second, I put him in charge. Hey, you were given a curveball earlier when Hope almost died on the way here. So you had to take on
That's
the
true.
running the.
Yeah.
So our second nominee for Best Picture of 2023, 2 of 6, goes to film we mentioned earlier, Spanish film, The Elderly. Best Picture nomination, guys. It may or may not win. So all right, next up we're going back into a couple of the individual performance awards. So we have Best Actor, lots of good performances this year,
Yep.
right? And there's
Really great
Can I
ones.
say right now? There's going to be a couple surprises. They're all in this category. This category always brings the most surprises, right?
Yeah.
We've had Ethan Hawke.
That's
I
right. That's
love
right.
him. I love him as an actor. He seems like a really good guy too. Like
You need to watch the Before trilogy.
I know.
If you think you like him now.
Ethan
I haven't
just
seen
seems like
him
a
either.
really fucking cool guy. He's
Yeah.
on Instagram.
Cool dude.
Big into music, real humble,
Maya Hawke is
talented.
his daughter.
I was gonna say talented actress daughter. Yeah, he just seems like a really cool guy. Anyway, he won in the past for Sinister. We had Brian Austin Green
That's right.
of all
From
people
Beverly Hills 90210.
nominated for
Fame.
Lay to Rest
For Lay
2,
to Rest,
which I
yeah.
want to say R.I.P. to
Chrome
Robert
Skull.
Hall, the director of that. R.I.P.
Really?
Yes. I want to say a year or two ago. He
Fuck.
passed. So I want to hold one up for Robert Hall. We're big fans of Lay to Rest. Talented guy, great effects guy.
Yeah.
I met him a
Effects
couple
were amazing.
times and like talked with him for quite. I know he had problems with drugs over the years. So anyway, little shout out to Robert Hall, R.I.P. So Brian Austin Green got a Best Actor nomination
That's
for
right.
Lay to Rest 2, Chrome Skull, and there's been a couple other ones. I can't. Those are the two off the top. of
Yeah,
my
well,
head.
we've definitely got a few curveballs for sure.
Jake Busey unfortunately did not make it. Shelley and I
Aw.
joked before we watched that. Can Jake Busey land in the
Can he
back?
make the cut?
Not that he wasn't good, but yeah,
Yeah.
we got to be wowed to. Anyway, so let's start in reverse.
So,
So
reverse?
those two
Okay.
can- So
Okay.
what we're saying right now.
Gotcha.
All right, you start off. Nominees.
All right, the nominees for Best
Yeah, I'll
Actor.
give you a hard one, too.
Thank you. Is Kamiki Ryunosuke.
You mean Kamiki Ryunosuke?
I don't know if you're gonna. You fucking did it. Okay. For if you didn't guess, that's for Godzilla.
-1.
-1.
I have lots of Asian friends. Don't worry. All right. Medhi Bajestani. Holy Spider.
Nice. Oh, I got this one too.
They are the Susan Lucci of this award show.
What do you think this?
You gotta pick. You gotta pick one, dude. Go with your heart. Go with your feel.
Cooper Cock.
Son of a Koch. You go Koch.
Koch.
Of course you had to say.
Cooper Koch. I'll go with that. First swallowed.
Could also be Cook. I know
Coke?
someone with that last name and
Is
it's
it?
pronounced Cook.
Cook?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
K-O-C-H. How the hell do you guys pronounce that?
Koch.
K-O-C-H.
So it's either Cooper Cook, Cooper Koch, or
Coke.
Cooper
Cock.
or
Cock.
Koch.
Swallow.
With cock.
Well, one thing I didn't mention with I don't know, when we did Ensemble Cast, just quickly, Swallow was part of that.
Okay.
It was the return of Mark Patton from Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So if you haven't seen Swallow, check it out. He was in there. Just a great documentary, of course, about Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
That neon light in the back keeps flickering.
The
On
videos
camera.
around.
On camera, it's
Videos to rent,
on
yes.
camera?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That's fine.
That's all right.
That's all right. If you want to go turn it off, that's fine.
I was
think it's
trying to
fine.
figure out how to turn it off and I couldn't.
It's the remote on the right. And
It's
you
a
just hit the
remote?
power button. Yeah.
What remote?
By the Hellraiser box set, it's right on there. The
Where's
pink-
that?
Right.
Oh
it's right-
yeah.
Right,
Oh,
under the-
yeah. Right
It's
where
his
that is.
head.
right where the light is.
Hope it's his head.
Oh.
So there's two remotes. The one on the right is hit the power button. That is good.
It is really good. It's very tasty.
She's not finding a remote. Oh.
Oh,
So anyway, yeah.
there she is.
Yeah.
So Swallow, we're gonna see it turn off in a second.
There you go.
Yeah, so check out Mark
It's
Patton.
fun.
Really cool seeing him back. Really cool film, Swallow. Anyway, so Cooper
Anyway, Cooper Cop.
Swallow, Joseph Angle, Falcon Lake. So another one for Falcon Lake.
Nice.
Here we go.
Bigger name. Alexander Skarsgård for Infinity Pool.
And another big name, which I never thought I would say, utter for these
Yeah.
awards.
Here's the
Joaquin Phoenix, Beau is Afraid.
What the
What
heck
was
did
it?
you just say?
What?
What?
Joaquin.
Joaquin, I'm sorry.
What the heck did you just say?
I'm sorry.
Yow queen.
I apologize to the Phoenix family.
He actually kept saying it like that throughout the
well, I
movie.
was joking earlier when I did it after Jacqueline.
Jacqueline Phoenix.
Jacqueline.
We gotta watch
Is it
this
too late to
movie.
do an
good.
RIP for River?
For River.
It's a little late, but you can always.
Never too
All right.
late.
Big fan of
someone.
River Phoenix.
Yeah.
So Beau is Afraid, of course, by
Ari Aster.
Ari Aster.
who was all over this awards with his films Hereditary, Midsummer. So, all right.
All right. For Best Actor, the Hornet goes to Joseph Angle for
Falcon
Falcon Lake.
Young actor. Always like to see the young
A
actors.
young nipper, if you will.
I don't know if he's that young. I think he's past nipper
I think he's
stage.
past nipper stage. Okay.
All right. I love seeing the young
Any
actors.
Falcon Lake fans
Yeah.
out there? They haven't heard
We'll
much
definitely
about
talk
them.
about it coming up, but yeah, haven't seen that. Another great release
Yeah.
physically by Vinegar Syndrome, Falcon Lake. So if you want to have it on physical media, it is available with a gorgeous slipcover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, like to for winning that award. Oh, that was never mind, that was just me. Yeah, for being such a young actor and everything, and again, how we were talking about like the script and screenplay and things like that.
Winner of screenplay.
He did such a great job of being like it almost didn't seem scripted
Yeah, it's very
in a way.
natural,
He was a
right?
very the two lead characters did such a good job. They had such great chemistry that everything felt so natural, and you really related to the characters.
Yeah, for absolute
like-
adolescence.
yeah.
Right.
Like it kind of hit you really hard, you know.
It was realistic.
It was
Sometimes you see these
those
coming
nostalgic
of
feelings,
age films, and you're
Yeah.
like, well, yeah, I never experienced anything close to that. But I think
Right.
a
But
majority
you
of
under-
things in this you could.
There's a
relate
lot
to
of
it.
things. There was a lot of relatable things, and
Absolutely.
he conveyed those emotions
Yeah.
really well, and he was really convincing.
in a very grounded way, right? It wasn't one
Yeah.
of those like Mia Goth Pearl perform.
For
You don't,
sure,
you don't
yeah,
always have
yeah.
to have that, bombastic. It's a good subtle. I think subtle, which is a grounded performance, realistic.
Yeah.
Quickly, some of the other ones. I have to mention Medhi,
Mehdi Bajestani.
Holy Spider, which you guys have had a lot of. You've seen a lot of nominations. Let's quickly. Ali Abbasi is the director. He got a nomination for Best Picture a few years ago for Shelley, another childbirth horror film, the genre I love. And then he was nominated for Best Foreign for Border, which was a troll
He
border.
did that movie?
Yeah. Let's talk about three very different movies,
Yeah.
which was a very odd troll love story / border patrol /
Romance.
fantastical, just wild. And now he comes back with a true crime serial killer, which was actually very recent. Very recent about a killer in Iran who would kill prostitutes in the name of Allah.
Yeah, right.
Essentially,
the
we'll get some more.
reaction
Yeah,
to
we'll
that.
get some. We'll talk about this anyway. So this actor plays the killer.
Yeah.
And talk about menacing. Talk about disturbing.
Just like
right?
just cold.
Cold,
A very cold
absolutely.
character. Yeah.
Great performance. Alexander
Cooper?
Skarsgård, you were more familiar with him. You said True.
Yeah,
True
he
Blood.
was a big character in
Almost
True
said True
Blood,
Romance.
things like that. I know he's been in quite a lot of things.
Talk about unhinged performance, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, fits the part. I mean, I said earlier how Infinity Pool is essentially an absurdist film, and it had all the body elements that you would expect from a Cronenberg. But he went for it as far as the surrealism and absurd. And Skarsgård chewed it and spit it out, right? I mean, him on all fours barking like a dog. Him like
so good.
yeah.
He was so
a lot
good.
of fun. Yeah, fun performance by Alexander Skarsgård. All right, so Charles. I mentioned the guy in Godzilla. You mentioned.
Oh God, yeah,
He was
Godzilla,
very
Kamiki Ryono.
sentimental,
He
emotional performance.
such an emotional performance, and obviously carrying the message of the overarching message of the film. Like he really conveyed that message so well about how it truly affected him as a person, and
Yeah, I mean, there's
You
guilt.
know?
There's guilt with war.
there's guilt and depression
absolutely,
and
mental
all that stuff.
trauma.
He did so good portraying that, and
Let's mention how I didn't give them a nomination for best ensemble cast, but it was definitely warranted.
yeah, that one was as
Godzilla.
well.
We loved his friends, his
Yeah,
fisherman
he
friends,
developed a
right? They
friend
were all
group,
great.
and they were all really great.
Yeah, I love even the guy who kicked his ass, right? He came
Yeah,
through
yeah,
at the end
and they
helped
end up
out,
being friends at the end.
definitely a feel good.
Yeah.
Little too feel good
Almost
for
like-
my
almost
liking.
like
You guys
Karate
gotta
Kid
stop
now.
talking about the ends of movies.
Well,
yeah,
but we're like
you're
we're in the next year. If you haven't seen,
That came out last month.
Oopsie.
Well,
We didn't give away the
we
ending.
didn't
I
give
mean,
away
we're
the
just talking
ending.
about characters, I
I don't
guess.
think we
Alright,
did way
alright.
too much. Anyway, all right. You want to do this one since we have to make up for lost
Okay,
time.
yeah.
Our third nominee for Best Picture.
Third nominee, best pick. When Evil Lurks.
So we got Moon Garden, we got The Elderly, and When Evil Lurks. So those are your three Best Picture nominees so far. Any guesses so far?
Let's
You've
get
been
the
away.
guesses
Shelly, you
rolling.
need some coffee, Red Bull. There actually is.
Yeah.
No, you got that fucking lemonade, dude.
I know,
You know
I
what she
drank
says
that
to me?
already.
You drank it already?
I drank it earlier, yeah.
Well, real early, right? There is a Red Bull in the fridge for
In the
you. if you want.
afternoon, yeah.
But you hear what she said? I was like, you need a Red Bull. She goes, I need a beer. No, because then you're going to be out cold even quicker.
No.
All right.
No.
Shelly, give us we need some chatter updates here.
No one's saying it.
No one's chatting.
Okay. No, there's a little, everyone went to bed.
Okay, next
I
category.
think there's some
All right.
Delay.
Actress.
personal chatter going on.
Yeah.
Personal chatter. Actress. All right. This is a category that proud to say that to me, and it wasn't always like this, but if you can get a great role as an actress in the horror genre, and I think it's become way better than stronger roles than actors. I
Yeah,
think,
very
and
much
performances.
so. Yeah.
So like it used to be, oh, you're like a final girl, or you're But now it's like you can
It's
have,
come so far now.
you could like,
Yeah.
it can spur your career too. Like
Yeah.
the actress from Midsummer, what's her name?
Florence Pugh. Anya
Yeah.
Taylor-Joy too.
Absolutely
She's huge
started
now.
with
She
Witch.
became
Like,
huge, yeah.
you know, it's not like a black mark or something you want to like
Mm-hmm.
put aside. I'm ashamed of that. Like it can literally, and you could possibly win a Golden Horn Award and talk about credentials on the resume. All right, so yeah, always strong performance last year. I think Mia Goth knocked out of the park with
Pearl. Yeah.
performance.
And
Her
X.
ex.
Maxine, I believe they finished shooting.
Yeah, is that
So
coming
I think
out
it's
this
next
year, or
Is it
this
next
year,
year? Maybe
technically?
the end of this year. I think I've seen posters
That
for
far
it
away.
already. Yeah, I want to say the last half of the year, but I'm not positive on that. If anyone has any inside info on when
Yeah.
Maxine is to finish that trilogy out. Okay, anyway. Your nominees for Best Actress of 2023: Elaine Schumacher, Megalomaniac.
Nice. Zara Amir Abrahimi, Holy Spider.
Hold on. So they have Best
Nice.
Actor nominee
Yeah.
and Best Actress. Morgan Saylor, is that correct?
Yeah.
Am I right? Spoonful of Sugar.
Haven Lee Harris for Moon Garden.
Deirdre Mullins, Mandrake.
I'll say DD Megan. And finally, Sylvie Mix for Poser.
Poser, first one
First-
for Poser.
first
Mandrake too, right? That's the first for Mandrake and Poser.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have two first timers this late in the war. So cool.
Nice.
All
Is
right,
this supposed to be on this?
all right. So
Yes.
Horny goes to for Best Actress. This will hopefully light the bottom of your career and send you seaworthy.
Look for one of these guys in the mail.
Oh yeah, it'd be great if we could send them. I'll get addresses. What is this?
Because these are in between.
All right, Horny goes to for Best Actress of 2023. Morgan Saylor, Spoonful of Sugar.
Nice.
Right, a couple people mentioned earlier that
This-
Spoonful needs some love, right? Love and
Yeah,
Spoonful.
absolutely. Fun loving spoonful. Is that what it is?
Yeah, so let's talk about her. Let's keep it to
This
her
step- I
performance
think
when
this-
we describe this.
Was this where our big turn came, like for our decisions,
In
where it got extra
it got
hard?
dicey.
It
Yeah,
got
we kind
real
of were,
dicey.
yeah, we were kind of surprised that it ended up with her. But talk about
Yeah.
deserving. Like, I think this is similar to Mia Goth last year in that it's an example of a film carrying performance. Like
sure.
it was all on her.
Yeah.
Like we said we nominated for screenplay, so it was very well written. But
Yeah.
her performance took it to the
It
next
took
level.
it to the
right?
next level.
Like she had a good script
her-
to work
her-
with, but she
The
made it
way
come to life.
there's like kind of different faces that
Yeah,
she
it's a
had
Jekyll and Hyde
to
performance, right,
portray
yeah.
but to in different situations within that
quickly,
film.
right? We mentioned
Yeah.
when we were talking how she went from almost like mentally ill to
To like a
sexual appeal within
yeah
seconds,
and
or-
also like a mentor in a way.
Yeah, and then
or like a
likable,
motherly
yeah.
character in a way almost.
So quickly, if you're unfamiliar with Spoonful of Sugar, it's essentially about a babysitter who ends up getting a job for a child of a couple who's dealing with what do you want to say?
some kind of trauma.
Seizures. He has seizures.
Yeah.
He wears a helmet.
Yeah.
Kind of like autistic, that type of thing.
Yeah,
and
he has some mental
yeah.
disabilities.
So the parents are
going on.
kind of getting beaten down, particularly the mother, right?
right.
And so it's putting some strain on their marriage.
Yeah.
So they need the right babysitter to deal with the son. And then she
she
comes in.
comes
She's very
along.
confident.
Yeah.
She can deal with the kid, but she also likes to drop some. Right? She has some mental issues.
yeah.
What we call it LSD. Is like
I believe it was
Right.
LSD or mushroom. No.
something to that
Yeah,
effect.
it was
A
some-
mind altering.
It was some type of LSD type of.
and let's just say shit gets
to
crazy.
kind of get her head right, but only to her, I guess.
Yeah, so anyway, so there's some dynamics with the fam. Anyway, definitely, if I were
and
to say like an underrated film of the year,
for sure,
Spoonful of Sugar would definitely be near the
because
top of that
there's
list.
also a really great twist.
Twist.
The way they play
Which
that
we will
out.
not give him. Yes,
We will not give away that.
there's a
twist.
fantastic.
But there's a great twist how they play it out. and that kind of just adds, in a way, kind of adds a lot to her character
Yeah.
performance.
Yeah.
The way it resolves,
Hmm.
I guess you can say.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we loved her
Yeah.
in that. Fairly young too. I
Yeah.
want to guess probably early 20s.
Early
maybe.
20s,
Yeah.
probably, I'd say.
The character was probably supposed to be like 18 or 19 or
Mhm.
something, but yeah. And so to quickly go through the other
yeah,
ones.
well,
Speaking of young performance, she's got to be the youngest nominee. We've had some young ones before. The Son and the Witch.
Nominees. We've had some young nominees before.
Nominees. Did I nominate the son from Babadook, who most people hated? I want to say I nominated
I
him.
feel like you did. I
think
want
so.
to say you did.
Which most people hated, but I loved him.
Yeah.
But I want to say that. So what's her name?
Haven Lee
Haven
Harris.
Lee Harris. I mean, I don't know her age in the film. I want to guess
3.
that young.
Is it that young? I would.
5. I
Five,
would
maybe?
guess 5.
Somewhere
3
around
seems
there?
a little fucking young.
Okay.
But anyway, she's the
That's
daughter of the
questionable.
filmmakers, correct?
Yes.
So, which
Daughter.
would explain at least her comfort level. Nonetheless,
Right.
I mean, it was
So-
all on her to,
Yeah,
to,
the
to
entire
portray a
The film
believable.
is basically centered around her and this kind of like world she creates, essentially, in a way.
Mugarn is about a young girl who ends up in a coma, and it's about her mind in this fantasy world
And
of trying to
how
come
her
back.
trying to, I guess, cope with her family life along with being in this coma,
Yeah.
tragic situation. And,
Limbo.
Yeah.
But her,
But
I mean, she's
what-
in almost every scene of the film.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those films where she's in
And,
almost
and
everything.
again, where how you're seeing the one character who, like a Skarsgård, who really gets into the character and goes all in. Like for such a young,
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna guess she was 5.
yeah,
I mean,
like
very
she
young.
went. There was a lot of really cool scenes in there where she really went.
Yeah, she shows emotion.
Yeah.
She cries. Yeah. I mean, I was really surprised how good she was in the film.
Yeah, she was really good.
So they got to be incredibly proud.
She was better than the adults, I think.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
totally
yeah,
agree with
totally.
that. Like, yeah, I totally agree with that. The adults actually weren't very good actors. I
Mhm.
think. Megalomaniac. I know you.
I was a big fan of Megalomaniac.
It's a Belgian. I don't want to get too much into the film because we're going to talk about them later. So let's stick to the performance of the lead actress. She's she basically a child of a serial killer and has to deal with
Right.
being an adult.
It's her,
with that trauma.
her and her brother are both children of a serial killer, who kind of both deal with life in their
Trying to
own
move on with their
kind
life,
of
right?
ways.
She
And
works at she's like a cleaner.
She works at like a
Right.
she's like a janitor,
Janitor
at
type.
at like a factory, and there's some unsafe. She has her life is not really that great, but the way she
We talked about
her-
reserved performances.
yes
And you said it's more cerebral, where it's kind of she's a beaten woman.
yeah she's a broken she's
She's
a
a
broken
broken woman.
person, but you can tell the emotional damage. That whole thing, the way she plays it out though, with the things she puts up with and has to,
And that
like, I don't know, that strikes a certain chord with me in a lot of performances.
that's a
And-
role though that could easily be overdone
yeah
in the wrong
Yeah.
hands. You know, what I mean, where you kind of, you know, her performance is very nuanced, I think.
right,
You know, and
yeah.
that made it all the more
And
effective.
she didn't go too crazy,
Um,
but her performance was amazing.
Absolutely. Zara Amir
Zara
Ebrahimi.
Amir Ebrahimi.
So she plays in Holy Spider. She plays like reporter technically, right? A
she's like
reporter that wants to get
reporter,
involved.
investigator type of.
That wants to get involved with this serial killer, and she basically goes undercover. You know, much to the dismay of the local law enforcement.
Right.
To go undercover to try. She wants to literally come in contact with this alleged killer, or who she suspects as a killer. So she goes undercover as a prostitute. Does have an encounter. I won't give it away. But does have an encounter, but she was great.
She was really great.
But she's also portraying how females are within Islam and
Yeah,
you know that
culture.
religion, the oppressive, unfortunately, nature that still goes on to this day. So she kind of deals with. There's a pretty poignant scene where she's technically a reporter.
Yeah.
She's buying, and she's in a store somewhere, right? She's buying, I don't remember what she's purchasing, and the guy at the desk is trying to be cool with her, but like she has a thing over her head. You remember that
Right,
scene?
yeah.
And she's kind of like, she kind of tells him basically to fuck off without fucking off, but like it's just that dynamic of the female male.
And even another scene in the same vein is the like a police
Right,
chief
hockey
or whatever, where she's like trying to talk to him about what she
And he's
knows
like,
and
"You
what's
wanna
going
fuck,"
on,
basically.
and she just kind of blows her off. Like, you're just a woman. Like,
Yeah,
nobody's gonna
he
believe
comes
you.
on to her, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He's basically, he goes to her apartment to say that I'm going to help you. She's like
Right.
following the lead,
Right,
right?
yeah.
So he seems kind of cool, right? And he comes in, and then at the end, he basically says like, you know, he basically
Yeah.
comes on to her. You know. Anyway, yeah. So the
But
the
she-
dynamic
yeah.
of male-female relations. There's so much there. I mean, I want to keep it to the performance. And Deirdre Mullins, yeah, so Mandrake was a very cool British folk horror film. Came out earlier in the year. I think she was just great. She plays a cop, right? And there's a killer who's killing kids in the woods, and she's investigating. She's going through her divorce. So she's kind of like a broken character too. She's
Yeah.
kind of dealing with her things. But yeah, just a really good, solid performance by. Unfamiliar with the actor, but she was really good. So if you like folk horror, takes place in a lot of woods stuff.
Another
Witch,
cool dreary feel
British,
to that
yeah.
one.
and not the
Where
tr-
was that one?
I think it was
Is that
British.
British,
Yeah, I think
yeah.
it was UK. Yeah, so kind of a film I haven't heard many people talk about. I think that was a
really,
Shudder
really
film,
cool
too.
one. Yeah, it's on Shutter.
So yeah, so there you go. I want to go through all, but and Poser, yes. So Sylvie Mix, who she was nominated like 2 years ago for what is the film called? Where she actually plays a ghost. What the hell's the name of that film? Someone looked that up for me.
I hope it's not my
But,
phone.
I'm doing. I think we've done good here and there with names tonight, but it's a mixed
We've
bag.
been pretty.
Some I remember. Sylvie Mix. It's a mix. Type in Poser movie and then hit Sylvie Mix, and then anyway. So she was nominated, I think, Babe that year, but she literally Double Walker. That's it. So she
Holy fuck! That.
remember that she played.
Was that last year?
That's the lead in Poser.
Oh my god! How did I put
Yeah,
that together?
actually-
You just put that together for me right now.
Okay, mind blown. Right?
Oh wow!
Yeah. So like.
I love that one.
So Poser has people in the music scene. It's about there are actual bands from Ohio in the actual film, which is kind of cool. And she's basically a podcaster who wants to have a podcast about the local music scene. But at the same time, she wants to she writes music, she writes lyrics. Long story short, she kind of gets obsessed with being noticed within the scene, and she ends up befriending the local musician, but then ends up basically stealing her song,
Yeah.
basically. And it ends in a very dark way. But anyway, very cool. She's very she's also very talented in real life. She plays, she sings, and actually she thinks
She
she's
sings
the
in
most,
the movie. Yeah.
I think she's the most talented of everyone involved in the film as far as the music goes. But yeah, so super cool, kind of like local music scene meets obsessed. Someone who
Yeah.
wants to be liked. Anyway,
It's like
one of
a
those
single white female type of
kind of in a
situation
sense,
way.
yeah. So yeah, Poser super cool. I have a sticker on my truck by one of the, like when I got the Blu-ray, it came with some stickers, and one says, I'm not a stalker, I host a podcast. And she says that, and then
Nice.
another one,
It's
yeah,
on the side of
it's right over there. And another one on my truck says Queer Death Pop. Do you remember the one band's like?
Oh yeah.
How- what
That's
would you-
right.
and that's
When
why
they're
it's
describing
funny, yeah.
their
How would you describe your
genres.
genre? They're like, we're
Yeah.
queer death pop.
Yeah.
So I have that sticker on my truck. And it's pretty cool. There was a lot of things within
That's
the
cool.
scene that were funny.
Yeah.
Remember the guys like, you want a
There's a
potato
couple.
chip? You remember that? They're like hanging out.
Yeah, there were a couple funny scenes in that one.
All right, so yeah, so awesome performances went through there. Let's go with our fourth nomination for Best Picture. I guess people may have telegraphed this earlier, but with some of the early nominations. But so your fourth of six nomination for Best Picture is Skinamarink. Sorry to all the haters.
F all the haters.
Any updates on? Has anyone woken up here in the chat?
Do we have any? We got four of them now, right? We got
Four
four
of
nominees
six.
already.
Yep. Two
What do
more
we got?
left.
Elderly,
Skinamarink,
Skinamarink,
When Evil Lurks.
Lurks,
What was Animal? What was the other?
Moon
Moon
Garden.
Garden.
Moon Garden.
Any guesses?
Let's get some guesses.
We want
now.
guesses, people. Everyone fell asleep.
Irish Mad Dog said, I loved Poser. Thought I was the only one who watched it.
Shit.
Saw nobody talking about it. Yeah, it definitely didn't get a lot
Can we
of love.
raise the
Yeah.
Irish Mad Dog? Well, there's always films, right? There's always
There's
those
always
films,
those.
But no, I love
Charles to
them.
you, brother.
Yeah, Irish Mad Dog, always. What we got? Anyone else?
You got a When Evil Lurks.
We got some guesses,
Holy
Shelly? Do we
Spider.
have some guesses?
Godzilla, Holy Spider, When Evil Lurks,
Yeah, different.
Alex.
Yeah,
and
Jeremy.
Spring is my
Jeremy, we
choice.
all saw Godzilla together.
Yeah.
Man, I'm glad we all got to go together for that. That was a fun night. It was for his birthday.
That'd be a good thing to see. With
We
some-
went for dinner and
all
a
the
movie.
people.
It was a really cool night. I was glad I got to see that with you guys.
That's awesome.
And I really love that. I love that so much.
Can't wait to get the
Ragnarok.
Blu-ray.
We saw you when we saw Skinamarink.
I know. I was just
You
talking
said
about
that
that earlier. Yeah, it was so funny.
Kid Ragnarok is guessing Skinamarink.
Ooh, okay.
Hmm. The Chowitzer said, Chars to y'all.
Sure.
Chars.
So they're still alive. They're still awake, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's
We
still
still got
awake.
some going.
I hope you're all having fun. I want to give a shout out to the people who will watch this later, right? Maybe tomorrow or next week. So thank you
Yeah.
for.
Throughout the year.
You don't have to be live. You don't
Yeah.
have to see this
Months
live.
from now.
Months
Yeah.
from now. I'll get a comment.
The people watching next year's who go back to this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is anyone rewatching last year's? Go rewatch it. You weren't here,
Not
unfortunately.
right
not
now. Wait.
Hmm.
Not right now.
After this, okay?
Yeah,
Have a
after
Red
this.
Bull.
Start a queue.
Yeah, have a Red Bull. Go watch Hope's movie Lydia's Fall, and then watch last year's one.
Just stay up all night.
Stay up all night. Can't get enough of us. All right. Director, awesome award. Hope,
Yeah.
have you read
You
this
are a
this
director.
winner when we're ready?
Oh,
Come
sure.
around since you are a director.
There's no ladies
Well,
on here, but
There's no what?
You wanna
there's
pop
no
in?
ladies on here.
Oh.
Ooh.
The winner of best screenplay was a woman.
All right.
So
Not a director though.
all right. She did direct it.
Huh? Oh, but
Falcon
she didn't
Lake.
get nominated.
Oh.
Falcon Lake
She get
wrote and
nominated?
directed. We can't give everyone.
All right.
everyone.
Come on.
Girl.
All right. Your nominees for Best Director 2023. Nominees are Kyle Edward, is that Ball?
Yep.
Ball.
Kyle Edward Ball, Skinamarink. Coming fast and furious. man.
All right. Travis Stevens, A Wounded Fawn.
It's been a while since we've seen them. They won,
Yes, yeah.
they won something.
It's been a little bit.
What did they win? Cinematography.
Bang.
right? Did they win cinematography?
Character.
What did they win?
Character.
No, character was Kids with
Giant.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was talking
I was
about- I was talking
fucking
about
totally
Wounded
looking
Fawn,
at.
sorry.
I'm sorry.
Jason Eisner, as we said, we welcomed him back earlier.
Sorry.
Kids vs. Aliens.
I was looking at my man Ted Nicolau for Subspecies.
Welcome back. Couple welcome backs there. Ali Abbasi, I mentioned earlier, Holy Spider, his third time representing here on the awards. Lastly,
Nice. Lastly, Ryan Stevens Harris for Moon Garden.
all right, a lot of repeat offenders
Yeah.
here, right? Yeah, cool to see Ali Abbasi back again, and welcome back to Jason Eisner, and
We're getting-
really welcome back to Ted Nicolau.
Very welcome back. Keep it going, man.
Yeah, no, do another one if you're gonna do it like that.
Yeah.
Give us a subspecies 6. All right,
I welcome it.
this is. No, I think this is
I think it is, yeah.
Who wins Best Director? Nice for the mantle, right?
Horny for Best Director goes to.
Will it be an old fave? Will it be a new fave?
Actually, yeah, now you're mentioning that. This was
Yeah, I remember the process.
this was a big
This was
one
fun
for us. Travis Stevens, A Wounded Fawn.
Wounded Fawn shot on 16.
Shot on 16.
Never a bad decision.
Wait, what was the other one? Falcon Lake was also on 16.
Okay, yeah, so we're big fans of that. Big fans of actual film.
This was a big. What did I say? I thought Actress was the first one where it really caught us, but I think
In our
maybe
process.
it might have been this one.
So with Travis Stevens, let's just quick his career quickly. So his previous 2 films, what's the vampire one, which I forget, with Barbara Crampton? What was the name of that film?
Barbara Crampton.
Yeah, vampire film, borderline comedy from a couple of years back. Anyway, you can add that. So his previous two films in the genre were
Jacob's wife.
Jacob's Wife,
That's the one.
Jacob's Wife, and a
I thought it
girl.
was pretty
Is
good.
it Girl on the Third Floor? Can you look him up?
Who?
Is that the one with that wrestler in it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's him.
Travis
Say it
Stevens.
again.
Look
Travis
up
Stevens?
Jacob's Wife, look up the director, and let me know what his other film was that isn't Wounded Fawn.
I can find it.
It's like Girl on the Third Floor, I want to say, which had the wrestler in it. So anyway, those two films previously were just honorable mentions
Yeah.
on the Hornies.
Yeah.
So he
They
went
were
from
good,
we're good,
but,
all right?
you
They're
know.
good films. I own them. They're solid. I recommend them. So he went from two honorable mentions.
Girl on the third floor.
Two honorable mentions to, winning best director. Like talk
Yeah.
about an ascension. That's awesome,
I
right?
should keep saying the glow up
The glow up
of the director.
glow up.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
Like
awesome.
he did like two like really cool ones, but didn't fully like make it there.
Jamie says hi.
What's up, Jamie?
Oh hey, what's up?
What up? Jamie, have you seen a Wounded Fawn? Like, if you're into like filmmaking, right, and how it
Yeah.
looks,
Oh,
like
my
the
God.
craft, like,
Dude,
and very Italian influence, of course, right?
amazing.
The
The
all-
blood.
Oh yeah, the blood. too,
Even
had
the
that
color of the
Argento
blood in certain
blood.
shots was that Argento
Yeah.
Italian blood.
Definitely Italian influence, absolutely.
Yeah. There were so many the cinematography in that.
Yeah, he did a great job.
The color gradient filters and everything like that. It definitely had a really
Right off the bat,
Italian.
first 5 seconds, I'm like, this is 16.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think I messaged Hope. I was like, shot on 16, awesome. So anyway, yeah, quickly welcome back. As we said, Jason Eisner, full circle. We talked
Yeah,
about
full
him.
circle.
Ted
13
Nicolau.
years later, we're
Yeah.
still talking about him.
Kyle Edward Ball for Skinner Marine first, right? I think he did
Yeah.
some short films, but welcome. Hopefully there's
Yeah,
more, right?
absolutely.
And then Ryan Stephen
What
Harris,
a
same
crazy
thing.
job.
I hope they do some genre films.
Yeah.
I would hope so after that. And Ali Abbasi, he's a stud.
And Maria says subspecies forever. Fuck yeah.
Absolutely. She liked it, I assume.
100%.
I assume she enjoyed
I'm
it.
assuming she did, yeah. You did see that, right, Maria?
Yeah, I hope so. Jeez.
Oh yeah, she did. Yeah. We watched that.
Did you grab the blue of it?
I did. Yeah.
All right, so I want to get our 5th nomination. I think people have seen this coming. If you
Okay, there we go.
paid
Yeah.
attention.
Yep.
Number
yep.
5 of 6 for Best Picture nominee is Holy Spider.
Best Picture nominee.
5, Holy Spider. Did someone already guess that as a possible winner
Yeah.
of Best Picture? All right.
Is
So
it
they
that one?
knew. They didn't even know it was
Okay.
nominated. Yeah,
They would know.
they know. All right.
If you know, you know. Okay,
All right, here we go. It's the final 4. I was calling this the final 4. The 4 big categories. Low budget, we support. And this used to be indie and it kind of got split into low
Yeah,
budget
yeah,
and indie
that's right.
several years ago. And even low budget, you have quite a varied degree of budget. You can go real low budget, up a little bit. But
And that's
anyway.
some that still just look. They don't
Yeah.
even look low budget.
Right. Yeah. So there's varying degrees of budget here, but it's on its own under the indie category. So while we were talking earlier in our little meeting, what I call it, deliberations.
Deliberation. Yeah.
Like this is one of the strongest low budget one in years, I would say. You got 7 films, and these are nice.
yeah.
These are
This was
really
a
good
great
films.
list.
Yeah, this was fun picking our winners on
Yeah.
this one. All right, so your nominees, guys, we big supporters of low budget. Support the underground, everybody. Hashtag support the underground. Project Eerie.
Hell yeah. Variant 2.
Second time. He was nominated for Variant 1. So.
Yeah.
Children of Sin.
First nom.
Yeah, first.
And
few
another
first
one,
noms here.
The Ones You Didn't Burn.
Great title. That
That's a great title. That is a great title.
Worst Laid Plans. There's second nomination coming up here.
Yep. Here we go.
Say it. It's fun.
Heebie-jeebie TV.
Say it. Say it. Everyone at home. Say it. I want you to say it out loud.
Say it out loud.
If your next year significant other and they're trying to sleep, just say it out loud. Heebie-jeebie TV. Say it. Doesn't it feel good? Hope laugh and
Heebie-jeebie
smile.
TV.
It just makes you feel good.
I
Right?
forgot about the Sasquatch.
See? She was almost killed.
See?
And just say it. Heebie-jeebie TV.
All your traumas. Go on.
The Mistress. Okay.
Does this bring it back for you?
Yes.
All right. We'll talk about these films quickly after we let everyone know who won. Has anyone seen any of those films? Sometimes
We got a Project Eerie was fantastic, from Jonathan Wilhelm. Irish Mad Dog, Love Children of Sin.
who said that?
Irish Mad Dog.
I asked him this every awards. Irish, what's your first name?
Irish.
It's Irish.
Dude, no, he's right. There's some of these people who are regularly like great contributors.
Oh
to
yeah,
our-
dude. Oh yeah.
Jonathan Wilhelm.
Jonathan, Irish Mad Dog, and AJ are always, always.
I think Moods left.
All over the place.
Moods has shit to do. I appreciate that he makes it right.
Yeah.
He's a fucking star in the community, so I'm not gonna.
Jonathan is also calling out Skinamarink as the winner.
So we've had Holy Spider. We had an Evil Lurks.
Irish Mad Dog's name is Damon.
Damon. Why
It's a
not-
cool name.
Why not remember that? Damn, it is a cool name.
Damon, that's sweet.
So Irish Mad Dog, where do you reside? Don't say how hall.
You.
Anyway,
That's
Damon.
my spot.
Damon,
buddy.
right? I'm gonna remember that for the record next year. So it is a great
Nice.
name. Damon, no, it's spot on. And is he the one that said that he liked Children of Sin? Excellent.
Oh yes.
Well, I guess I'll say who won first, and then we'll talk.
Yeah,
about
let's do that. I forgot we didn't do it. Sorry.
All right, so this is big. The final four. I love these. I
Yep.
kind of feel like I want to put screenplay before this next year because I love screenplay.
I think
Oh,
screenplay
That's
should
not a
be
bad idea.
before Best Picture.
Oh,
Really?
after
maybe-
foreign.
I think it should be the final three. I think should be screenplay, director, and then Best Picture.
Damn. Spoken from a director.
That's true.
And
Hmm.
yeah.
I'm not going to do that, but I respect the fact that you.
Yeah, I'm not doing
All right,
that.
never
But thanks anyway.
Horny goes to for best low budget. Project Eerie. Anthology film, right? We've had a lot of anthology. Like I wanted to do an anthology category.
Yeah, remember you?
But
I remember
here's
us
the
talking about
problem.
that a while
They
ago.
were so good that I had to put them in these. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah,
couldn't.
Yeah.
There was
Yep.
because you had honorable mentions like Scare Package and a couple, but like
Yeah,
they,
I remember.
they did so good. I couldn't do
yeah.
that category because they were
Yeah.
worthy for the other one. But anyway, Project Eerie from the directors who did a few years ago. They did a series called Fear Footage. I don't know if you've seen any of those. I think there's
I haven't
2 or 3 of them. I only have the first one, so I got to get the other ones. They sent it in a cool like. It's up there. I'm looking because it's over there. But you think you can grab that for me? Huh?
What?
Might have to use a stool. So it's on the wall.
What's it called?
Fear Footage. So it's under F.
Is it a Blu-ray?
There's a stool over there. This is a fun part of doing this in a store, right? It came in a little
Live,
like,
baby.
evidence bag. Like,
Oh, really?
Yeah, and even
That's really cool.
anyway, I have it near me. But even when they sent Project Eerie, they included like articles from the police. Remember when in the beginning the kids find the folder with the Blu-ray?
Yes. Yes.
So
yes.
they sent when you bought the Blu-ray, they sent some of those printouts.
No shit.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, there's blood on the Blu-ray.
That's so
Yeah.
cool.
It's over there somewhere. Anyway, sorry. I was going to show you the Fear Footage release, but anyway, so they're big. The filmmakers are big fans of found footage, and they kind of make all their films that way.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's an anthology. Takes place during Halloween. We love each segment. As we talked about earlier, with anthologies, the best thing you can hope for is that you like each segment, right? Because what's
For
the
sure.
big complaint of anthology? Well, I like this one, but the one wasn't that great.
Right. And then I remember
There you
the
go.
one.
So here's the Fear Footage. So it came in an evidence bag.
Oh, that's awesome.
So this was their first film, and they've actually done other ones which I haven't seen. But anyway, it's very cool. As collectors, right, we appreciate that extra touch
For sure.
of making it cool. They even the envelope it came in had blood on it. It was really cool.
That's so cool.
But anyway, so yeah, we like each segment of that film,
Yeah,
which
we
is what you-
were trying to run through all the segments of all the anthologies,
which was
and-
difficult.
Which yeah, we're like, which one was this one
Yeah,
from?
you were like, was
yeah.
this from there? Yeah.
But just running through them all, this one clearly stood out as like all these segments were great.
Yep. Three
For
and a
their own
wraparound.
reasons.
Wraparound.
Um,
It's a wraparound.
yeah, and then the wraparound was really good too. What else? VHS was pretty cool too. That wasn't even nominated.
Yeah, we
But
did that
was also
for
a cool one.
effects. That got
Yeah.
nominated. But anyway, so yeah,
There's some cool
Project.
ones in
If
that
you
one,
guys,
too.
if you're, which most horror fans do, right? I love to watch anthologies in October for some reason. So that's what made Project Eerie extra special because the wraparound takes place during
Yeah.
Halloween. But if you guys love anthologies, 2023 great year
Yeah,
for that.
yeah. But and definitely check this one out.
So Variant
'Cause wasn't there was only
Yeah,
there
it's
was
three and
only
then the
three of them,
wraparound, right?
but they were really
They're all
really great. Really great.
I think 3 is good. I think that's a
Yeah,
good
I
number
think that's a good
for if
number.
you're making a feature
Yeah.
length anthology. A Variant 2, so Variant 1 was nominated, I want to say it was only 2 years ago. I'm going to forget the director's name and I apologize. Seth Smith, maybe? Director, anyway, great job. So he was nominated for Variant 1 a couple years ago. He came back with Variant 2, very kind of like post-apocalyptic, like viral
Yeah.
chemical type film. The first one was taken more seriously. This one he went a little more fun.
A little more fun, yeah.
But if you want to talk about how he added the video game,
there's an awesome
8-bit.
it's like an 8 or like 16-bit like video game aspect. The film starts off in that where like when you plug in like that fucking Sega Genesis game and you start getting
The story
they
comes up,
start
the story.
telling you the plots
Yeah.
and you have setting up the whole stage.
The
for everything that's
dialogue
about to go.
types
Yeah,
in,
the
right?
the
The
typing
words type in,
dialogue.
yeah.
They did it so awesome.
They essentially
It
made
has,
a
it
game,
has such a
you know?
great retro vibe to
And
it.
the
It
characters,
was so cool.
because there's kind of like creatures in the movie, like almost like Biohazard.
Yeah.
What's the trauma film? What's the main?
Like Toxic Avenger.
Yeah, like that. You know what I mean? There's like those
Yeah.
type of creature,
Yeah.
and they'll match the creature in video game form. They'll
Yeah.
like announce it.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you like,
Oh yeah,
you
yeah.
know what I
That
mean?
was
They'll
such
introduce
a,
it. Yeah.
Dude, do you remember the fucking toilet one?
Yeah.
That one, dude.
So guys, Variant 2, go to his website. It's actually you'll see the DVD
Yeah,
later
yeah.
on the after party. Again, reminder, come to the after party. We're gonna do the physical media awards. So if you're big into physical media, stick around. But yeah, so go just type in Variant 2 horror movie DVD. Is it over?
30 seconds left.
2 in a row, only the second time all year.
Is this a hunky thing?
Yes. So type in Variant 2 DVD, you go right to his page, he gets the money, support, great artwork you'll see, possibly.
Awesome artwork.
So anyway, yeah, so
He did that was
low budget
a lot
effects,
of fun,
right?
Yeah.
But
The
yeah.
effects were fucking great.
Children of Sin. So who? Irish Mad Dog. Damon.
I wish we had Damon. There you go.
I
Cool.
think you asked his name last year.
I said that I asked his
Possibly.
name. I admitted it. Children of Sin. So I was a big fan of the director. I want to say 3 years ago he was nominated for Blessed Are the Children, and it was an abortion-themed film. At times very creepy. There was like some baby masks that they used.
I
So there was like
specifically remember you talking about.
yeah,
that one.
abortion protesters. Anyway, very low budget, but I really big fan of the director. He's gotten one that I know it's streaming right now. It's called When the Trash Man Knocks, and it's gotten a lot of positive reviews, which is great. It's great to see. It has the woman in it who played the woman who ran the school.
The older woman.
Yeah, the older woman. So very kind of 70 influence, and it's essentially about homophobia and religion, and yeah, so those themes.
Kind of
which
like those. What is it? What do they call those? Like a D.
D gay. Yeah, what's the actual term?
Conversion therapy?
Conversion therapy.
yeah.
Which you think it's crazy and funny, but unfortunately, I mean, we're living in a day and age where politicians, legitimately powerful people, are in power right now who believe in that such bullshit and are trying to, God forbid, next election get elected. So this isn't.
I don't like bands no more.
This isn't, hyperbolic bullshit. Like unfortunately, this isn't the time we live in. So a film like Children of Sin is not just there for it's unfortunately all too real right now. So that makes it all the more potent. So props to the director. I know he deals with some of this stuff. So excited to see When Trash Man Knocks. I hope that it gets a physical release next year. That's what's cool about Children of Sin. That it got a physical release. Anyway, so if you're like me and you hate bigotry and it's driving you nuts. It's a great, and religious, us with our religious, me with my religious upbringing, very effective film.
Yeah.
It definitely has 70 vibes, and it's kind of shot, you know, it had, I think he put a filter on it maybe, but it has
It
that
looks like there is, yeah.
70s,
It almost has that 16mm type
Right,
of film,
it's
type
the-
of feel.
Clearly, he didn't have the money to really use 16 because, by the way, that's expensive.
Yeah.
So yeah, so hopefully someday, I hope unfortunately, I follow him on Instagram. I forget his name, but the director is a sweetheart, and wish him the best. And it's cool that this is his second time that he's gotten a nomination. The ones you didn't burn, folk witch film, but done in a very creative way.
That one has a cool cover.
Does have a cool cover. I love that name. I mean, that's a great name. The ones you didn't burn.
That's a great name.
What do you guys think about doing best
Those are
title
pretty,
of a film?
pretty cool artwork
As a
too.
category.
Maybe After Party.
Yeah.
And
That's exactly what
he
I said.
earlier.
Exactly
It could
what
be
I
an
said.
after. We have a whole separate
Yeah.
after party award show. Worst Laid Plans, another anthology.
Another anthology. That was a lot of fun.
3, right? 3 in a
Yeah,
record.
yeah. We talked about that one earlier. Another three segment anthology. There wasn't really a wraparound for that.
You're right, there wasn't.
It was kind of
Mention
just
quick.
three separate
Mention
stories.
quickly just the creature, the effect, because it
The-
didn't get a
That was
effects
that
nomination.
was
but
kind of the big standout. I think.
Explain
of
what
the
it
whole
was.
thing. It's basically a giant catfish.
practically done.
A practical giant catfish
What movie?
eating
Worst
people.
Laid Plans. You'd
Worst
love
Laid
it.
Plans.
Great anthology.
Yeah, it's actually,
And you're not
and
expecting it,
And it's
right?
also set in like a cave.
Yeah.
They're doing like a cave tour type
Tour,
of
yeah.
thing. Sorry for if any spoilers or anything like that.
That has some homophobia
but
themes,
dude,
right?
Yeah,
That has some homophobia themes.
yeah. But dude, the fucking
That could be another
practical
category.
effects of that fucking giant
Dude,
catfish,
I was not.
and it
expecting
kind of comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You're just like, what the fuck is going? Yeah, it was amazing the way they did it.
I did one of those like I watched it by myself. I was like, yes.
Yeah.
He-
The second segment was really
yeah,
cool.
all the segments were good. We talked
All the
about it
segments
earlier.
were really cool.
The third one's kind of
kind of three totally different
Yeah, absolutely.
segments.
And I like
which
that,
is
right?
really
You
cool,
want
yeah.
diverse.
Yeah.
Heebie-jeebie TV, I said earlier. Say it, everybody.
EBGB.
Said it earlier, it's in the vein of Toxic, Uncle
Toxic Avenger,
Sleazo's.
yeah.
Anyway. And then The Mistress, which we actually
Mistress we
haven't
brought up
talked
before,
about.
yeah.
Did we talk? I don't think we talked
It
about
was
it here.
nominated maybe a few twice or so.
Twice, but we
two or
haven't,
three times,
like,
maybe.
mentioned
We haven't
what it
really,
was.
we haven't really talked about it too much. Yeah.
So it was clearly filmed in LA because you can see like the city in the background, but it's in
LA.
LA. But it's kind of like a Victorian house, right? And it's would you
The
call it?
house is amazing.
The house is amazing.
It's basically like a character on its own. Like
Yeah,
in the
absolutely.
movie.
If you like Victorian architecture.
Yeah, the
But yeah,
architecture.
super cool. Check out The Mistress. It's obviously all these films I said are available on physical. So there's a DVD of that. Check it out. I mean, how would you describe that? Kind of like a
It's
ghost.
It's almost like a ghost story with a twist.
you would essentially call it a ghost story,
It's essentially a ghost
Okay.
story,
but like with
but not what you think. I
But
guess.
I think and Shelley and I really like this. What made it kind of unique? He basically, the person has an affair with a ghost,
Yeah.
right?
Essentially.
Right.
Yeah.
I think there's actually a scene, right? Isn't there a scene where he
There actually, yeah, there is.
he actually has physical contact?
They
with
kind
the
of,
ghost?
I guess,
Right?
they kind of never really address what was up with that
Yeah.
scene.
So anyway,
but,
if you want a
but either
unique
way,
ghost story, we mentioned
Yeah.
how Falcon Lake kind of was
Yeah.
a unique ghost.
Yeah.
So anyway, Mistress, check it out.
really
Haven't-
well done though.
Yeah, haven't
it
heard.
looked really cool.
Go pick up the DVD. Anyways, okay, so Project Ares is a standout. Let's do it. This is it, the final nominee for Best Picture,
Nice.
6 of 6. Your final nomination for Best Picture is, I guess this is predictable at that point, A Wounded Fawn.
Woo!
Best Director
Nice.
winner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can he take home the ultimate prize of, can he do an Ascension Millennium? All right, the final 3, guys. This is it. How y'all doing? This is a good beer. Did you finish this
Oh
too?
shit! I finished it too. Seeing some shit in the chat.
Some shit.
We have some
We
updates.
got a new Chino XL record. I did not know about that.
Shelly,
What?
we
But
need
I-
some.
He's reading them.
Oh no, I want you to.
I do know that the new Group Home came out with a new album too this year, which
Who are
is
you
actually
referencing?
really fucking
Who's
awesome.
talking?
Moods.
Oh, Moods. He's still here.
Yep, Moods is still here.
Irish Mad Dog.
And Irish Mad Dog.
Yeah. Children
Drop
of
the
Sin
Chino
has the
XL
funniest
record.
line of the year in it. If you know, you know.
I actually don't
Children
know.
of Sin.
Who said that?
Irish Mad Dog.
Can you, Damon, please
Yeah.
refresh my mix. I really don't remember. Let me know.
Give us the first word.
What?
If he doesn't want to spoil it. The line. So give us the first word if
Oh.
he doesn't want to spoil it.
Yeah, okay, give us the first. What are those blue, my eyes are so bad, what are those 3 blue things in a row?
It's a person
What is that?
yelling.
Oh, it's the
what are
person
they yelling?
Emoji.
What are they yelling?
I don't know.
Nothing.
Oh,
There's no
okay.
words.
They're just yelling.
What are you yelling
It's
about?
Alex reacting to something
Oh.
that was
Alex is
said.
talking back to you guys.
All right. Nominations for Best Indie. Who's got the sheet? You got the sheet? Final 3, everybody.
Yeah. We made it this far. All right.
I'm excited. Are you excited?
Very excited.
You started
First
off.
one. All right. Nominations for Best Indie. Subspecies. Subspecies 5.
Blood Rise.
Blood Rise.
Where is part 4 on Blu-ray, people? For you collectors out there. Where is it? All right, Kids vs. Aliens.
4 Blu-ray?
No. This is
Weird.
bullshit. Kids vs. Aliens, another one.
Yeah.
You haven't heard from this one in a
Yeah,
while.
yeah, this was earlier. Angry Black Girl and Her Monster.
Here's the first. I love
Here's the
when you
first,
get the
yeah.
first ones late.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Here's the first one for a great title again. Soft Liquid Center. You had one of those.
I definitely have one of those.
You're supposed to go.
Oh my god.
Spoonful of Sugar.
Another one. Do Not Disturb.
And second one for
All
Poser.
right. 7 films. Just a little anecdote.
Yep.
People at home who give a shit. Do Not Disturb. One of the last. Do Not Disturb and Soft Liquid Center were 2 of the last films I watched for the year.
Nice.
So, just for those of you. I always reference.
Actually, Do Not Disturb
gonna
was
say?
one of my last ones as well.
Which one? Do
Do
Not
Not
Disturb.
Disturb. I think it was my second last one I watched.
True Love Ways. I always bring this up. How
Yeah.
you gotta finish the year. It was the very last, the night before the awards that year. I watched True Love Ways, and it won Best Foreign. So
Crazy.
you gotta finish it, right? Gotta go to the end. You never know. I still haven't had a Best Picture beat the last. That would be amazing, wouldn't it?
That would be crazy.
If the last film I watched of the year was like Best.
Irish Mad Dog gave us the line.
Okay, give it to me.
Take out your sin stick and get it hard.
Oh
my God!
You remember the
Yes,
scene when they tried to get in the church?
I definitely remember that.
Damon, well played. That should have been on the front
Holy
of the
shit.
poster, right? Take out your
so
sin
good.
stick and get it hard.
Sin stick.
Oh, the memories of private school come rushing back to me.
Ugh.
Get hard and get the gay out of you. All right. So 7 awesome films. Actually, the only one you didn't get to see, Soft Liquid Center.
That's the only one I did not.
You're gonna take that
catch.
home with you tonight.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, all right. So this is a big one. Best Indie of 2023. There's been so many great films in the past that have won this award. I think this is you.
All right.
First
Well,
one to get
according-
this line tattooed on them gets a 4K Blu-ray.
Of?
We'll see. I need proof of the tattoo. I don't want a fucking marker. That's something Jonathan Wilhelm would do. He'd fucking write it on his chest, send me a picture, he wants a 4K.
Do it anyway, though. But
Yeah, I still would like to
I
see
still wanna
someone with
see
a
it.
marker on their chest.
All right. Okay. Best indie. Horny goes to Kids vs. Aliens.
Oh, yes, Jason
Jason
Eisner.
Eisner.
Go down as the most entertaining movie day.
13
headliner
years
ever.
later.
Isn't that funny? That's
That's
crazy. Isn't that
wild.
crazy?
It's wild.
He won the for you Historians.
His Hornians.
He won the very first Best
Yeah.
Picture, and then 13 years later wins Best Indie. That's nuts.
Yeah.
Talk about 2 for 2. Maybe 12 years from now, he'll do his next
Did
movie.
he win every nomination?
Huh?
Did he win every nomination that he's gotten?
There's quite
Well, no, he would have gotten probably some second.
we got a
Okay,
character
never mind.
Best-
win.
But I mean, Hobo had Rutger Hauer was nominated for Best Actor.
Okay, never
And then
mind.
I think the girl in that too was nominated for Best Actress. I forget her, Molly Dunsworth.
That's
She was-
right.
Yeah.
Remember her?
From fucking Trailer Park
Trailer Park
Boys.
Boys. So that
John Dunsworth.
cinematography. They had a lot of nominations that year. Karim Hussein, who we didn't mention for cinematography.
Yeah.
I want to mention his name because he shot Infinity Pool. He's done all of Brandon Cronenberg's films. He shot Hobo with a Shotgun and Kids vs. Aliens. And he used to be a director who did Subconscious Cruelties,
Yeah.
which was probably one of both of our early like kind of extreme,
Yeah.
experimental. So
Yeah.
Charles Karim Hussein, you know, you can shoot
So
a
good.
film. You can definitely have a successful career in genre films. Anyway, so Karim Hussein shot Kids vs. Aliens, and it looked great. And Charles to Jason Eisner, that's really
Dude,
cool.
Eisner fucking rules, man.
Welcome back, Jason. Please
Yeah.
don't wait another 12 years
Yeah,
to
don't
do
keep
a
us
feature
waiting that
film,
long,
man.
man.
What did you guys think of Kids vs. I really don't. I don't know if people just didn't like it. Did people think it was like a kids movie? 'Cause it's very, I would call it something you can watch with the family. There's nothing like explicit in it, but
Right.
at the same time, I wouldn't call it a kids film. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know. People just didn't. Did any of you out there?
Moods is very happy with all the Canadian references tonight.
Nice.
Well, of course. You know, I intentionally fuck with my Canadian friends. I love Canada. Lived 10 minutes from the border for a majority of my
Yeah.
life. We love Canada, so anything's in jest. You know, of course.
Kid Ragnarok said right on Kids vs. Aliens was fun.
Kid Ragnarok.
What a
Yeah.
blast.
If I'm not mistaken, he is a. You know, I always just throw myself out there. If I'm not mistaken, Kid, you are a very buff, handsome individual. I'm pretty sure I follow him on Instagram, and I want to say he is a very handsome weightlifter. If I'm wrong, I'm way off. But anyway, right on, Kid. Anyone else like Kids vs. Aliens? Moods?
Moods did.
Yeah, I don't know. I just haven't really heard. You know, you look at people's lists, and I don't know.
You know, we're seeing around
That
a lot.
sounds fucking great, man. The aliens looked great. You know.
Those, yeah, like we were talking about too, like about the cinematography and the colors,
The colors,
way
very
they
colorful.
used, like there was a lot of dark shadows contrasting with a lot of bright colors.
Yeah, it was,
and
The water,
within
right?
the characters, the water, the alien effects in that movie, like they looked really awesome, and how they were kind of like obscured gave them a certain
yeah, they were
certain
shot.
characteristic.
Yeah, they were shot well. We mentioned how
The
the,
way-
scene
the way
of
it
the
was all
liquid
shot.
jumped on the
Yeah,
one girl or whatever. Anyway, yeah, so
it was done so
awesome.
well.
So just quickly mention a couple films. So we talked about Angry Black Girl, Inner Monster. It's very cool. Almost kind of in the Candyman vein of using kind of the urban setting and racial
Yeah.
relations to kind of, and grief, dealing with, you know, losing people to violence, inner city violence, and then kind of taking that grief to try to bring them back to deal
Yeah.
with the grief and realize that you can't do that.
Yeah.
So some heavy themes there.
For sure.
I read an interview with the director. Awesome. He said he purposely, intentionally wanted practical effects. Big fan of old monster films, and obviously incorporated something that he personally, as an African American, that, you know, dealing with that theme was really cool. We talked a lot about Spoonful, of course. Do Not Disturb. We didn't really talk much.
Talk about much about that. Yeah.
I mean, what do you want? A fucked up cannibal, basically drug cannibal movie.
Drug fueled
A
cannibal
couple
movie,
that
yeah,
goes on a
essentially,
kind of
yeah.
like
It goes off the rails pretty
off the rails.
quick.
If you like those off the rail films,
Yeah. It starts off a certain way, and like I know you're saying, like I like the female lead at first, but I hated the male.
I hated her
lead.
husband, but at the same time, I loved him because he did a great job. I remember Shelley said he gives me the ick.
Yeah.
It's
When he fucking,
But wasn't
he
he-
did for me
but
too.
he was funny,
I
though,
was
man.
like, what a fucking douchebag this guy is.
Yeah.
So it's basically
But yeah, but as it played, the way it played out with his character,
it's
yeah.
a couple who's going on vacation. They're kind of struggling as a couple, right? They go on a vacation. It's like
They just got married.
Oh, did they just get
They
married?
just
It
got
was their
married.
honeymoon.
Oh,
It was a
shit,
honeymoon,
okay.
But they're having issues.
Yep.
So they go on kind of like a bender, right?
Yeah.
They're taking drugs. They're trying to have fun. There's a scene where they're thinking about swapping partners.
Yeah, there's like a
The pineapple
swinger
reference.
situation.
Swinger situation. Yeah. And basically, they do some drugs, and yeah, like I said, shit just gets out of hand. It kind of turns into a cannibal film. And watch it, guys.
Yeah.
Entertaining as fuck.
It goes off
Gore,
the fucking
right?
rails.
Great practical gore. That could have been effects nomination.
Yeah, it definitely could have been. There was a lot of, like you were saying, it was really bloody.
Satisfying ending.
There's a lot of kind of things going for that. Yeah, the ending was great.
If you want just
I love how they wrapped it up.
entertaining, gory film, we talk about Poser. So Soft Liquid Center, very cool film, shot very well. It's one of those films like you don't want to give too much away. So I don't even want to do that. I know you haven't seen it yet. Definitely, it's available on DVD. Great artwork. Check out Soft Liquid Center. Super. I said to you earlier, there was this film we loved last year, Superior,
Yes.
and that kind of had that David Lynch, not the creepy like Erased by David Lynch, more of like the
Like a
Twin Peaks-esque feel. Soft Liquid Center kind of has that. So if you're into that, awesome film. And we talked about Substitution. So anyway, yeah, great list of films. But congrats to Jason Eisner.
Hell
on
yeah.
that.
Welcome
And,
back.
all right, the final two guys. Foreign. Which, what do we always say about the Foreign? These are all often best picture quality
For
type
sure.
films
Yeah.
over the years. So, and let's start off with this in a
Couple,
film I know you loved. Let's start
yeah.
off with nomination. And don't forget to say, we're finally remembering to say
yeah,
where
have we not done this before?
we've done it, I think, one or two times, but we forget is saying
things.
where is this foreign film
Yeah.
come from?
All right, your first nomination for foreign is Megalomaniac from Belgium.
Which is French speaking territory. Another one, it's been a while, but
Yeah.
we've had one of the best titles, Fifth Thoracic Vertebrae, Korean.
Nice.
You get
Ooh,
this
I
again,
got
you've
it
gotten this every
again.
time.
Ennis Main from British. From
From British.
from British. It says British. So I'm saying from British.
Well, I'm saying
British.
Belgian,
What
Korean.
was it? What was it?
Cornish.
Cornish,
A
yeah.
Cornish
It was
one.
Cornish.
Mandrake, another British one.
It was from British.
And this is big, right? Because this
Oh,
is
here's a
Horny's.
first-
Yeah,
here's
this is everybody. This is a Horny's first.
That's right.
It's a Horny's first, perhaps surprisingly,
Sissy.
and their first nomination of the whole.
First
awards.
nomination and
And
first time country nomination for Australia.
off the schneid.
Welcome Australia.
We've had Turkey. We've had Iran. Like we've had all these.
Yeah.
Poland. Finally, as
Finally, Australia
exploitation. I
showed
mean,
up.
there's a much
Yeah.
vast history in genre films. And I know we have somebody who watches from Australia, but I don't know
Yeah.
if you made it tonight.
I don't know.
All right, Falcon Lake, best screenplay, French Canadian.
Nice. And
Here we go.
finally, The Slaughter, which is an Italian film.
Yes. Representation. All right. All right. I got it right here. The Horny Ghost, this is big. Best foreign film of the year. 2023 goes to.
Ooh.
I get butterflies before this one. Sissy.
Woo!
First time
Welcome,
an
first time
Australian
nomination
film and first
winner.
time. Wow, and they win.
Crazy.
Wow.
This
What an entrance.
this
To the Horny.
This was also a fucking wild.
Let's talk
card for
about this
us.
one quickly. Another one I haven't heard much talk about. It came out very early in the year. Yeah, I haven't seen it on any list. Quickly, synopsis if you're unfamiliar, it is very topical in that it's about kind of influencers on social media. She basically runs. It's like a self-help, right?
Yeah,
Video.
yeah. She's like kind of like a yoga meditative type
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah, self-help.
You know,
essentially.
self-help type of shit.
And of course, in reality,
Yeah.
she's not as she seems. So it plays on that very topical thing, which is not nothing new. That stuff's been influenced. There's actually a film this year I think that was called literally
Influencer, right?
which I didn't
Yeah.
see. But what's cool about it is so they take that, but they execute it well. It's at times very gruesome. Great
Yeah.
cast. It definitely could have gotten a best cast nomination. It could have gotten a best effects nomination. We talk about that's a good segue.
It was very bright too.
Yeah.
It was
Cinematography was
shot,
good.
The cinematography was
I mean,
really good.
Australia always looks good. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not an outback thing, but believe it or
Right.
not, Australia is not just outback. And, but this is a good segue to something I had in my notes. I actually almost forgot about, but this is a perfect segue. So, what do you guys think about next year? I add a new category, so I want some feedback, please. If you're still awake. What about best kill of the year?
That's right. Yeah, we were talking about
And
that.
if I had, so I want, give me guys thumbs up, thumbs down. So if let's
We got
you
no
hopes
vote.
against the best kill award.
Immediate.
Could it
thumbs
be an
down.
after party?
That I feel like that goes along with slasher.
But we don't always have slasher.
Exactly.
So you're saying there wasn't a best kill?
But I think there would be a best kill every year, regardless of whether it's a slasher or not. There's always like a best
Wouldn't that
kill.
almost be like the reason for the best kill because there wasn't a best slasher?
I don't know. We can
I
talk
don't
about this
know.
off camera.
Yeah.
And- well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna essentially I want the viewers to vote, man.
Yeah.
But anyway, so my point of this is that if this award happened this year, Sissy would get the best kill, and we won't say, the context of it, but it's
Right.
basically a fantastic face match,
Yeah.
and we
Yeah,
love
for
that,
sure.
right?
For sure.
Practical, they clearly built the
Those-
mold of the hat, and
It was
brutal.
It like
I wasn't
they
expecting it.
they did not shy away
No,
from it.
it
Like
was
it's
great.
not. It wasn't like a quick cut type of
Right.
thing. Like
Yeah.
they stayed on it for
Yeah.
a little bit.
Like the guy who made that, the brilliant person or woman who made that, was like, you better I worked all
Yeah.
these hours.
Yeah.
I don't want
Yeah.
no quick pan away like you show. So anyway, yeah, that would have won best kill. But anyway, yeah, so it's very topical, which can kind of date something, but it's not like cringe or like eye roll. It's really well
Again,
done.
yeah, because I mean that's kind of an area for me that is very easily like cringy for me.
Yeah, understandable.
And again, yes, like you said, the way they approach it, I thought it was so relevant about how kind of fake
Yeah, fake. Yeah.
social media, how people portray themselves on social media as opposed to their real lives.
There's comments on friendship too, right? Like faux friendships.
Yeah,
and stuff
all
like
that. It's just the very, just this fake culture of people, and I thought this was a great representation of.
Yeah, they did
of
it
that culture.
authentically and well, with some gravitas too. Like
Yeah.
yeah. So so Sissy, awesome. It's first nominee of the awards, and then the first time, unfortunately, that Australia has been represented.
Yeah.
We talked about Falcon Lake. I want to say, guys, this is something we talked about earlier about like horror adjacent stuff like that. I describe it as the Wonder Years as a ghost story.
Totally.
Wonder Years is my
Definitely.
all-time favorite. This is going to date myself, but age, 80s Fred Savage.
Yeah.
You want to talk about well written too?
Fucking Winnie
That
Cooper,
was
man.
dude. That was one of those, I guess, early examples of me being kind of like prone to like great writing. That was a
Yeah.
film. It was a half-hour show, and they can make you
It had so much
laugh,
weight to it.
and then at the end you cried.
Yeah. In
Like,
one episode.
within half, exactly.
Yeah.
Like talk about, and that's kind of what Falcon Lake is, right?
Yeah, it
And
definitely
so
was.
it's a ghost story, poignant. Anyway,
Like
Falcon Lake.
it was fun at times. It gave you that
Very
kind of
Wonder
childhood
Years.
nostalgia,
Yeah.
but also it just had this dark, ominous feel
Deeply
over it.
haunting.
And then
That ending.
the fucking ending was just so good.
NA's main.
And it's, yeah, we haven't talked about that a lot.
Not much. Folk horror takes place on a island.
Like on an island, yeah.
One act, essentially an actress. She
Essentially,
did
one
good,
actor still was like maybe one or two other.
I saw that in the
There was the
theater.
one guy that kind of came in for a
Yeah,
little bit.
I saw that in the theater, right, Shell?
Oh, that's cool.
So there's an example of another film that I was
Yeah.
able to see in a
Oh, that's
theater.
really cool.
We didn't mention in cinematography, it has the classic zoom, which I love.
Yeah.
That's 70s European,
Yeah.
where you're far away, wide angle and you do the zoom.
The zoom in on someone's like,
Love it.
Yeah,
Like I
so good.
love that. So they did that a lot. Very Jess Franco did that a lot. Gene Roland.
but again, even just like the
Countryside.
long shots of the island, of the sea or whatever.
Yeah, the
and
sea.
then- and there's a reoccurring shot that kind of happens throughout the film. That's really cool. That kind of sets like a weird ominous tone.
Let's briefly talk.
And it was also, I mean, also like the well thing
Oh,
was
yeah, I forgot about
was a
that.
really cool aspect
There's some
about
creepy
it.
elements.
Like it's kind of like this repetition of things. There's like this sense of repetition that she's doing. 'Cause she's like a researcher, and and then you kind of see it kind of go off the rails.
There's
again
something in
as,
the earth,
as it goes
right?
on.
There's
yeah.
like an earth.
Yeah, but,
But-
just the way they did it was, and it was also really bright too, because a lot of daytime
Yep.
stuff.
So let's end this category before we get to the big one of two films we haven't really talked much about, though they've had Slaughter, which is a director, Anthropophagus 2.
Yeah.
So great he did two films this year. It's a slasher that takes place in not quite a movie theater, more of like a screening room.
A private screening
Private
type of
screening
thing.
room, and they watch. Is it a slasher that they're watching?
It's supposed to be,
Like an
yeah.
exploitation
Yeah.
film. Group of friends, right? Do they
Yeah.
break in
Uh,
to see it?
No,
Doesn't the one
no,
person
'cause
have
they,
the, or are they showing it?
no, because they talk to the guy
That's
who runs
right,
the place.
So they watch it on
Because-
film.
Because he's kind of,
Yeah, he's a
I'm
weirdo.
not gonna say.
Yeah, there's
much.
posters, right? There's horror posters.
There's a
in
lot of
there,
references, a lot of
homages.
Italian horror references. I think there's actually, isn't there there's actually an Anthropophagus reference.
Yeah,
poster
oh, yeah,
in
you're
there
right. There is.
on the wall.
So anyway, if you like your slashers that take place in a theater, the slasher has a cool mask on. So I love that.
Yeah.
A cool, creepy mask.
It's kind of like a weird like factory basement feel to it.
Yeah.
Which is
Nominated for
unique.
practical effects. Very cool.
Yeah,
So
really
anyway,
cool kills. Yeah.
yeah. So if you like your slashers, Slaughter, and then a film that has been nominated a lot, but we haven't really talked about. That's Fifth Thoracic Vertebrae, and it's a Korean film. And it's essentially about a killer fungus-fueled mattress.
Which is wild even just to see
which
that.
when you first, it reminded me when I first, because you have something like tangible. So I
Both
was
of
thinking
us.
Rubber, right?
Yeah.
The film about the killer tire from which starred the lovely Roxanne Mesquita. But yeah, so I was kind of expecting something like that. But every year there's that film that just surprises. It kind of
Yeah.
you don't have particularly high expectations for, or it kind of goes a different way. This would be that film. And so I was expecting something a little more kind of like zany and cheesy. And it ended up
Like
being this,
tongue-in-cheek kind
right,
of
and it ended up
feel.
being, so it follows this mattress from different people. Like someone puts it on the curb and then someone picks it
Yeah.
up and it ends up in another person's life. So it has the metaphorical aspect.
Which that aspect alone
Right,
is
right.
a cool
Absolutely.
cool angle to the story.
So it's almost like an anthology in that it follows
In that
different
way, yeah,
people.
because it doesn't follow like a linear plot
Mhm.
in that aspect. I mean, the mattress is the connecting plot to all of it.
In Fabric from a couple of years ago was kind of like that.
It was.
Yeah.
This is a way better film. I love, because Pete Strickland did in Fabric.
Well, I've never seen what you're talking about.
Yeah. Pete Strickland, anyway, cool British director. But yeah, his was a little more esoteric, but this was like just
again,
heartfelt.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
like you're saying, you're about to say the wraparound.
Yeah, the wraparound, and then so this follows this mattress different people's lives. There's a couple who are about to break up in this, and the cemetery is very claustrophobic. It's very in your face.
Yeah.
And then they seem to reconcile, I think, at the very end. So you have these like emotions, and then there's some narration in it. And it ends up being incredibly poetic,
And it's like
unexpectedly.
like the narration, is it from like kind of the point of view of the fungus
kind of
of the mattress?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it's a little
guys,
it's a
see-
little like abstract in that way.
See the film. Like,
But even just like the ending, like
yeah, and it was
5 minutes
great.
or something, is like beautiful and
Yeah.
poetic. Like I said.
honestly blew me away. Like,
Yeah.
blew me away. Don't give me this. Like, this isn't the Academy Awards. For one, it's better, but two, I'm not getting paid for this. I don't need to get the band to play, the orchestra signals.
The play me off.
I'm not making anyone watch this.
How many people do we
But-
even still got? Who's
22.
Oh, that's not bad at
That's
all.
not bad.
But anyway, guys, has anyone seen Fifth Thoracic Vertebrae? And if you haven't, it's available on DVD. I wish it was on Blu-ray. But yeah, the ending, as someone who's into poetry, like obsessively, it's a poetic horror film.
Yeah.
Much like last year's Best Picture winner, You Won't Be Alone was very poetic.
That made me
th-
cry.
yeah, there's definitely you like Fifth Threat. It's the surprise of the year, partly in what it ended up being, and then how great it ended up being.
Yeah.
So anyway, check
So
out.
that's some pretty cool.
And practical
the
effects.
Yeah, the effects. I was gonna say.
Yeah, there's some gnarly,
Yeah.
nasty, like fungi.
Yeah.
If you like your fungi horror, yeah, definitely the surprise of the year ended up blowing me away. I think I messaged you shortly after I watched it. I was like, dude, you got like this is pretty fucking
for
awesome.
sure.
All right, this is it, guys. You don't have
Here
a
we
beer.
are. We made
We'll
it.
get you one for the after party. But
Yeah.
a reminder: we're gonna after this stop this, take a
Take a little
breather.
breather.
You know, take your dog out for a walk, grab some more pretzels, and then we're gonna come back with the after party. We're gonna have the physical media awards.
You say come back at 11 for the after party.
Here you go. Come back at
Was
what
it
time?
10:09?
10:09.
That's not bad at all.
Too bad.
11? No, we're not gonna. That
That's
much
a
more
little
break.
late.
Yeah,
10:30
more like 10
maybe.
minutes.
Well, I feel like you guys are going to talk for a while after
We'll
this.
do. Maybe.
No, I would say, yeah, we'll be back in 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
We're not gonna wait. 50
From where?
minutes.
We'll
Yeah.
we'll
see
figure
what
it
this
out.
ends.
We'll get through this and
Yeah.
figure it out.
It'll
from
be
there.
5 minutes
Yeah.
after we end this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you all for sticking around, for coming.
22 folks.
Yeah, Charles, everybody. We really appreciate the support. We love that you're all here
There's
spending
24 now.
spending a valuable
Nice.
Saturday night with us. We really appreciate here at Nightmare Video.
Your birthday is
Yeah, my
Monday?
birthday is Monday.
Yeah, that's
It's
right.
always the depressing part of the Golden Horn Awards. But yeah,
Gorefather's gotta go. but
Phil.
that's-
Oh.
you can't go
we're
yet,
so
Phil.
close.
Like we're like two. Phil, you gotta stay up a couple more minutes, man.
Just a few more minutes.
We'll start reading them now.
All right, yeah, let's at least for Phil, dude. I love you so much. I'm gonna just stay with us a couple
Yeah.
more minutes. All right, best picture nominees. You already know who they are, but we'll
Yeah,
say
we
them again.
ran
All right.
through them throughout the show, and here's a quick.
No, I want Phil to see this.
a
He made
quick
it so
catch
far.
up.
All right.
There's a delay, so probably isn't gonna
All right.
see this.
So your nominations for the final
Again.
2023 Best Picture nominations: Moon Garden,
The Elderly,
When Evil Lurks,
Skinamarink,
Holy Spider,
and A Wounded Fawn. All right. So I do this every year. I
all
have to do it.
bangers.
I have to do it. Who will? In the rafters, the hallowed halls of Horrors Ball. If you guys could see,
No,
he's
you know we're
13.
we're missing.
Richard.
Richard. We're missing
13,
Richard all night.
13 feet high ceilings. With banners. Banners
There's a
hanging.
banner
I'm
for
gonna
every
try
year.
it, okay?
Okay.
It's getting more and more difficult. Who will join? Hobo with a Shotgun. Livid. Antiviral. Pieces of Talent. Starry Eyes. The Witch. The Monster.
Yeah.
Housewife. The Lighthouse.
There's some guesses.
Amulet.
What was last year?
What was the last? 4. Amulet. Shit. You know? What was after Amulet? Fuck. This is embarrassing.
Phil went to bed now.
Didn't
you just post them?
We just literally just mentioned it. The artsy.
You won't be alone.
You won't be alone.
But that was no Seder.
Seder. That's
Yeah,
right.
It's
That was a
Amulet,
previous year.
Seder. You won't be alone.
Yeah.
Did I get them all? Or was that 12?
That was 12.
Can anyone confirm that?
12.
Wow. It's getting tougher and tougher. Anyway.
We got some guesses.
All right, final guesses. Then.
Let's go.
No, it was Seder and then you won't be alone.
That's what I said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, final guesses. Get your final.
Yeah.
Phil, you're still
We
here.
got a Moon Garden. We got a Wounded Fawn.
I'm gonna say skin warning.
Irish Mad Dog's guessing Wounded Fawn.
Phil, you're still here.
Evil Lurks.
So pretty much every film is being guessed.
Phil
I know
did.
Holy Spider earlier was. I don't think the elderly got any
Elder didn't get any guesses.
votes. All right, so pretty much all. I could be wrong. Someone may have said the elder. Well, it seems like every film.
Yeah, Phil's still here.
All right,
Nice.
Phil, thank
Yes,
you. All right,
yes.
dude, you had to
Okay,
stay.
okay, 2 more minutes.
Phil,
brother.
this one's for you and all your support
This is your
over
brother.
the years.
Charles to you, man.
Thanks for staying
I
up.
don't have any beer here left, but I'm gonna pretend like I do anyway.
2023 Best Picture. Pull them in the rafters. I said them all 12 films. The Horny goes to. We'll open this together. Welcome back.
I'll
Pinchy.
hold it, you pull it out.
Can I play a drum roll?
No.
No. And the Horny goes to. Skin
Get in
and
the ring, mother.
The most this will go down as the
Most
most
divisive.
controversial
Yeah.
Horny's winner of all time. This was the
So many
consummate
great
love-hate
guesses
film.
too.
The consummate love-hate
Yeah.
film, right?
Yeah.
Phil, good night. Thank you for sticking around. Now we'll talk about Skin and Rink. Yeah, I mean, and when I say divisive, I don't say that like potential. Like I get it. I understand it. It either resonated with you or
I
it didn't.
definitely
It was
understand why
this
people love it.
decade's Blair Witch Project.
Absolutely, for
Yeah,
sure.
totally.
But
Yeah, I definitely.
so
understand
it
why
either
people would
so I
hate
don't
this.
say that in malice of you don't like you went over I'm not gonna but it either resonated with you or didn't, even style wise and message wise. That's I get it.
Yeah.
But if it did, it definitely love hate. It seemed like no one was in the middle. It was either like fucking it was great or that was I wanted to turn it off 5 minutes
Trash,
in.
yeah.
But we haven't had a chance to say so. We'll say why we love. But I want to first say our Shelly and I's experience of seeing it. When we talk about theater,
Yeah.
Or so this is one example of a film I got to see in the theater, and we saw it. So we don't live in a big town, but maybe about 20 minutes from us, an even smaller town. So we go and it's like a Saturday afternoon. So we go and it's in this kind of like barren plaza, like of closed stores, and there's this theater. It doesn't even look like a theater. We walk in. There's only 2 screens, 2 employees. One's I guess an usher, even though they don't need it, and the other one's like at the counter. If you want popcorn, I think they had popcorn like a Kit Kat. So like we get our tickets and we go. There's like one here and one here. We walk in. No one's there. It was private screening.
That's awesome.
No heat. We were
And
cold.
it was like
Also
January.
good.
Whenever
Yeah, it was
came
January.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a record, first film I saw of the year. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
the last time this happened, I think Starry Eyes was the first
Yeah.
film I saw in 2015. That one
And I always remember you messaging me right after that.
after Skinamarink.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
There
yeah,
was a leak in the theater that Alex and I saw Skinamarink in.
I think there may have been something going on in our theater too. Like,
Leak?
well, where did you see it at?
Like there was
In
water
Dunkirk.
breaks.
Oh, I thought you saw it at the same place.
Yeah, that was the second
that was
time.
like
Oh,
the
it's the
second
second
time,
time.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha. So you saw it at, okay, I don't remember that. Cool. So yeah, no heat. So we're cold. It's January. No one else is there. Junky theater. Talk about perfect
Yeah.
for this lo-fi.
Totally.
And the funny thing is, one of those films that, for those of you who've seen it, right when it begins, it kind of has that like staticky. The title comes up, and I just immediately kind of felt like, But long story
It gets
short,
set in the tone.
so the setting that we saw it on added a lot of extra flavor to it. But yeah, it's just first let's just speak, just technically speaking, creatively. Even if you hated it, I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that could at least respect, the technical prowess of it. Obviously, I think it was like $10,000 maybe that he did it for. That's a Canadian film, if I'm not mistaken. I believe he's Canadian, so shouts to Canada. But he, using walls, doorways,
Yeah.
ceilings.
There were just so many.
Hope has a question.
Alex wants me to specifically talk about his theory on the film grain
Film grain of like how
in
they.
Skinamarink.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I told you about this before, but he thinks they tried to replicate what it looks like when you open your eyes in the dark.
I guess,
How it's
I
all
can
like
see that.
staticky like
Because it's
that.
got that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Like yeah.
Wow, that's a really cool
No, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, I
aspect. I
can-
didn't really think of
Um,
it that way.
so
That's really cool.
So so like I said, from a cinematography perspective, not gimmicky to me at all, but I think it's just brilliantly creative. Lights, TV, casting it, lights out, but the TV's on, right?
Yeah, just the lighting and shadow.
Right. There's
of
there's a
that
shot, if you remember
contrast.
late in the film, where was it like a house, or when it like does that pan back from really far
Yeah,
away?
it was like a playhouse. It looked
Playhouse?
Like. Yeah.
That shot, I mean, that's like elite stuff right there.
Where it kept like gradually
Yeah.
getting further and further.
Yeah.
And there was
That
like the
fuck-
little furniture
Yeah,
in front
dude,
of it.
right?
that-
That's like elite shit right there. Okay, so for technically speaking,
There are-
using public domain
The
cartoons
sound.
as your score. That's
Yeah.
something we actually didn't mention when we talk about score.
That's right.
Adding some reverb to it, to me, brilliant.
Yeah.
And we all can relate to, those, which kind of have creepy elements anyway. Some of those old cartoons were
Yeah.
kind of creepy, but
The one like repeating too.
yeah, like the looping
Yeah,
it.
that was like the time loop
Yeah.
type of thing where
Uh-huh.
or they can like. There's so many layers
Yeah.
about this.
So I'm speaking
That-
strictly right now of the technical aspect
Yeah,
of it.
then-
Then so you put that alone to me is, even if you hated the film, I feel like you could at least respect that. And then you get to like, and this is where we talk about where the resonance
all
comes
the
into
nuance
play.
of everything.
What's it about? The interpretive aspect. So clearly, this is a traumatic thing for a child. You can interpret. To me, that's a sign of a great, almost poetry in a way. You interpret it the way. So was this kid abused sexually? Did this kid die? Did the parents die? So there's all this. So there's clearly a profound traumatic element to this
Yeah.
film, which you are left to interpret.
Yes, it's like kind of obscured.
Which is obvious, and to me that's amazing. And doing things from a kid's perspective, I love the film from a couple years ago that actually won Best Low Budget, and that was I forget.
Some divided people in the comments.
Oh, I expect
I'm
that.
sure.
I'm absolutely. I'm sure there's people. I said this will go down as the most controversial, and I respect it. I respect if you hate it, but what's the one? I was just going to mention a film from a couple of years ago, and of course I don't remember, but it's from a child's perspective. The Crescent. It was from a child's perspective, which that was the last film I could think of that like kind of had that overtly, that narrative was from
Yeah.
So yeah, so and I have a friend of mine who was unfortunately sexually abused as a child, and there's a scene where the toilet disappears, and for someone who is abused, you're terrified of the bathroom. That that's something that an element that that can relate to. So my interpretation of it was, I think the child was sexually anyway. So you get it. There's a dreamlike state to it. There's so the open for interpretation element that's for clearly something dark was just throughout the whole film.
Yeah.
And then when I'm watching the film, this is because I approach things, I told you earlier, to a fault. I'm always like, oh man, like, is this going to get ruined? So I'm like, Shelly and I are both loving it, and we know it's getting to the end. You can feel it. I'm like, are they going to ruin this? We've been there before with film. Are they going to do some stupid jump scare, which totally
Yeah.
alienates? To me, they nailed it. There's that staticky picture of
The final
person's
shot,
face.
it's like a face.
Is that the mother? Is
Scared
that a
face,
demon?
And you're
Yeah,
like,
like-
what the? Like you could
So
barely
they
see
nailed
it.
it.
And it's
Creepy
like,
as
what is
fuck,
that?
right?
Like, oh my god.
So they nailed the ending. I stuck it to it, and I think that night I messaged you and I said like, well, this is gonna be fucking tough to beat.
Yeah.
I'm like, you gotta go
Yeah.
see this. Go see it. In the
It was
theater.
kind of the year of the kids movies,
Yeah.
like Moon Garden,
Yeah.
Kids versus Aliens,
Yeah,
Skinamarink.
that's true. Yeah.
I never even like
Huh.
that. Yeah, three major
Yeah.
three
lot of big
major
winners,
films with some type of kid related.
Yeah.
Even Falcon Lake was not. I mean, that's like coming of age. They
Yeah.
were preteen,
Still kind of like preteen,
right?
Yeah.
So definitely
For
adolescent.
sure.
So yeah, let's get some. Give me some comments. Give me some of the hate. Who hated the film?
Let's get some words.
Give me some interaction here.
Nobody's hated it. Like,
Just didn't expect it to win.
Kid Ragnarok appreciates it for what it is, but just it says I'm definitely in the category that disliked it.
Yeah, I said respect
But
that.
definitely, yeah. Gets all
I get it.
aspect of it.
I absolutely get it.
Yeah.
Gorefather said Skinamarink is truly a special movie.
I think it's definitely a personal one too,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because if you're not like afraid of the dark, Or if you like weren't as a kid, then
Stay Gold Horse Girl said, I definitely appreciated Skinamarink.
Stay Gold Horse Girl.
Yeah.
That's a great.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, that's my beautiful friend Holly. Hello.
Mhm.
I hope that's her because, or else I'm talking to someone who I think is a friend. I'm pretty sure that's Holly. Holly, thank you for.
Okay. You and your horror movie said, as long as they don't make a Skinamarink 4 in space, I'm good.
Matt, great comment. Yeah, please do not turn this into a
No.
franchise, please. I agreed with that.
just the
Yeah,
title
leave it alone.
Skinamarink is creepy too.
It totally is.
Like,
All right,
Well,
I mean-
us 80s kids get that reference.
Yeah,
Any-
I definitely.
any-
Yeah.
I did look it up.
do we have any
But-
love for the film? Like, is there anyone out there who's saying like right
That
out?
was Alex's
See,
favorite. He didn't
yeah.
comment though.
It doesn't seem anybody is really, like, cheering for
supportive of
it.
it?
Yeah.
But get it. Like, they
Okay.
It's like I
get
get
why.
it, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
again, yeah,
I'm expecting
I
it.
saw you and Alex when we left,
Yeah.
which that was funny. But like, yeah, that also was a memorable theater experience.
for you.
That also didn't after rewatching it, didn't lose any
Yeah.
emotional impact at
It's
all.
a good segue.
Yeah, we saw it twice in the theater, and we're
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
still
cool you saw it twice in
just as
Good,
impactful.
good segue though to me. Just quickly before we end this show, to bring up a point where, I have the luxury because I have no life of. I bring it. I love the process of the year. That's what makes me so. I love this so much. Seeing the year play out from January to December. I love that process and how methodical it is and kind of the ebbs and flows. But like, there's a handful of films that I know I have to watch again because you can have a complete different perspective on
Yeah.
something, seeing something again. And that's part of my favorite part of the year is the rewatches, where you can tell you love something, but then you love it even more. And Skinamarink a great example, and it has great replay value. If you
Yeah.
like, if you hate it the first time, you're not gonna like
Yeah.
suddenly like it. But if you
But
did,
if you loved it
if
the
you
first
loved
time,
it the first time, watch it again, you'll love it even more.
Yeah.
It definitely depends on how you watch it too.
Yeah.
Like you have to fully immerse
Oh,
yourself into
absolutely.
it.
It's
Yeah.
With the
it'd be
surround
it'd be hard to
sound,
watch
Surround
with a group
sound.
of people.
Candles.
Probably.
Yeah, it's not a group film.
Yeah.
Surround sound, candles.
Literally
lights.
lock yourself
it's-
in a room by yourself.
It's
and watch
super
it.
fucking. It's such a quiet, like there's like small subtle
Yeah.
like audio
It's
stuff that you
it's an
really-
auditory
What they
film.
Yeah,
do with the
for sure.
voices, too.
Dude,
like
the
the muffled
fucking
Right,
voice,
voices.
the muffled,
Muffled.
kid
There's
voices.
so
Right.
much.
Like
the
sound
fucking-
design.
dude. The parents
Dude,
Yeah.
in the bedroom
Dude.
scene, like holy
Yeah.
fuck.
sound design,
about creepy.
cinematography, creativity. Like to me, it's one of it. Like Hope said, it's a
Altogether.
Blair Witch
It
and
was
that.
also a queer director.
I didn't know that.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, at least I think.
Did you just ask them? Does
But
anyone else
yeah,
know?
I mean, she said Kid Ragnarok said it, like I feel like at the or at least as someone, what I would ask is you gotta at least appreciate the technical
Yeah.
aspect of it. But and if it resonated with you, it either did or it didn't. But I get, again, this will go down as the
One of the most controversial.
controversial
Yeah.
Golden Horn Award winner ever. But I'm very that's another good segue. In saying that, this is the biggest slam dunk, easiest best picture
Yeah.
pick for us,
Yeah.
for me, since The Witch.
Yeah.
We've had, so just to give you some perspective, as much as we love these other films, it was easy. We
Yeah.
didn't even bother with our
We didn't
our
even
game.
do it. Yeah, we didn't even
I
do it.
messaged him a few days ago. I messaged Jay while I was at work. I said,
Like-
can we just get this out of the way and say it's Skinamarink, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Because
The
even
budget
like
was also $15,000.
yeah, I think I said
Nice.
10, so I was close.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean like when after you saw it and told me about it to go see it, and after I saw it, we were both just again like
it's gonna be
like
tough
it,
to beat
this really tough to beat this, and then after my recent rewatch and then us messaging together, that's when you brought up the like, do we even have to?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, no,
No,
like
okay,
it's
yeah.
like it's a shoot. Yeah.
We got some comments.
All right, give us.
Daniel Levington said, I didn't think 2023 was a great year for horror. That said, I bought a shitloads of DVDs and Blu-rays.
Well, that's
Nice.
cool.
So,
See, I've heard the that's a good thing. I'm glad Daniel brought that up. About halfway through the year, and I think I said this to you. I know my buddy Lionel, who we kind of like talked to a lot during the year. I said this is feeling like the worst. And the Hornies,
It's,
the
there's
worst.
been a couple years where they started off
Well,
slow.
no, I know, but like this year, for a while, it was feeling like to me,
Yeah.
for you, historians, 2013 is by far the weakest year, and as the year antiviral one. There are films in that year that got nominated for Best Picture. For example, Stoker, Magic. These are films that would have gotten that in any other year.
Yeah.
So it's by far the weakest year in Horny's history. This was heading. It felt that way for a while. That I'm like, this is the worst year since 20. It's
Yeah.
reminded me of 2013. That changed though.
Like
About
the first half.
about
it was like
about
that.
October that changed. So I guess I would say it's the worst year since 2013, but it ended up being a great year. I mean, look at the honorable mentions. I think that's the most honorable
that was
mentions.
a
I've ever had.
really big list.
So anyone who says like this was a weak year in horror, I completely disagree.
When Evil Lurks too, it didn't even get too deep into that,
Yeah,
but like that was up for a lot of stuff.
Argentinian film,
And
brutal.
that one was incredible.
They went places. You know, I love killing kids. It's
Dude,
to me.
and I was bringing up that scene too with the fucking kid too.
Yeah, the dogs.
Like
I looked
Talk
at
about it because I
Shelley.
want to watch it still. I
You haven't seen it yet?
No.
oh fuck.
Well, I looked at Shelley.
It was on Shutter, and now it's not on Shutter anymore.
We saw.
Really?
By the
Yeah.
way, Shelley and I saw that in the theater.
Oh
There you go.
man.
I also confirmed that the director of Skinamarink is gay.
okay.
Okay.
So I wasn't just saying that.
So pride
Another
for that. What were we just gonna? I don't remember what the,
I have more
the point
comments to
was.
go through.
But yeah, saying the
Oh,
year.
well, just let
I've
me
heard
remember.
people's, but you know, I rebut that. Like, look at what we just said. It
Yeah.
ended up being a really great year.
Yeah.
The worst since 2013. Yeah.
To where
But-
it gave us a lot of
Yeah.
trouble trying to.
So yes, it is probably the second worst year in Hornets history, but it was way better in 2013.
Yeah.
So to that point, like, look at this best pick. Great. Six
they're
great
all
films.
amazing.
6 great films. What else we got? Anything else
Kid
before we?
Ragnarok, did you all by chance watch the short film Skinamarink was based on?
I
forgot that you had
haven't
done
yet. I
that.
have not
Yeah.
yet.
Moods said, well, 2024 sucks already. I saw Night Swim last night.
Why would you
At the
do
Oh,
that?
moods.
Well, listen, he
Exactly.
said, and it was balls gravy.
All right, moods. You know I love you, buddy, but you deserve to be called out here. It's for fucking Bloomhouse, and it's like.
Well, he
For-
said when they get releases in his small town, he just goes.
No, I don't knock you for seeing the film. I just
Yeah.
like, what did you expect? It's like from the producers of Megan, and
I liked Megan.
that's fine. But anyway, I'm not.
I didn't even.
But
It was fun.
anything else before we go? Any?
If I was like 10 and I saw Megan, that would be my favorite movie.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I hope you all come. I hope you all
Yeah.
join us if you feel like it. Please go watch Lydia's Fall. It's literally on the same platform you're watching right now.
Yeah.
You literally just have to
Just
move the
type it
mouse, go to the search bar right above this guy's head. The search bar is like right here. Type in Lydia's Fall, like and subscribe to the channel.
We fucking
Is
nailed
it-
it, bro.
Did I nail it? Yeah.
People are probably watching on their phone.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Type in Lydia's Fall. You get to see me look like George Costanza, right?
Dude,
Right?
ridiculous.
You hear a great
I love
score.
it.
It's 20 minutes, 17 minutes.
So good.
Support. And then come
Great,
back for the
like a
after
fun
party.
Halloween vibe. All
You guys, we have for you physical media
Yeah.
people, we have best release of the year, box set, non-box set. We have best company, and we have artwork too.
Yeah.
So, and then we'll talk a
fun
little bit
stuff to
more.
talk about,
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll hang out.
get into a little bit more details. Of
Yeah.
things we passed over maybe.
So for you late night, but thank you everyone for you, those that are leaving. Thank you so much. We had a blast with you guys.
yeah.
Some of you we only interact with you this time, but we really appreciate it. For those of you who will watch later, share. Please spread, say, hey, check out the Hornies. Again, put a lot of ridiculous amount of time into dedicating myself to just wave the modern horror flag, support these filmmakers. I have a daughter who's in this scene. There's so much great stuff out there. Maybe you'll hate it, like Skinamarink, but just go see it, support it. We want horror to thrive, and it's one of those genres that doesn't get the love. Although from a even Oscar perspective, it's gotten a little bit of love over the years. But
Yeah, but again, even like we're saying, the theatrical releases, how they've been kind of getting a little bit more exposure
the
now.
female
Let's keep that
roles,
rolling.
right? The female, like it's
Keep
it's
it
the
rolling.
greatest genre. It's the most diverse. And I'm just doing my little tiny part to try to get the word out. But thank you so much, guys. Finchy,
Yeah. Great to
Great.
be back.
Please,
Thank you guys.
don't
again.
miss anymore. I miss you. I miss you, man. Charles, everybody, to 2023. Charles of Skinamarink, the most provocative,
Look here, you're looking at that.
Oh, yes, I
I know,
know.
we keep looking at it. I know.
the most provocative, divisive film ever in the Hornies. But whatever, we loved it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around. And hopefully we'll see you at that after party. If we don't, I'm trying to do these updates at least here and there on the channel. So there's some there if you want to look back.
How long is the pause gonna be?
We're gonna do a 5-minute break. So if you are interested in coming back, we'll be here. And Charles, have a great night. 2024, Happy New Year. Be safe, be healthy, stay scared. Good night now.
Go down now.
Oh, I can't click the cancel button because the
Oh, no.
tripod's in the way.
Some bonus free footage here. Awkward footage. Is it stop?
I don't know.
Let's hope it's still on the TV.